Not yet. I gotta move over to
Okay.
that screen.
I'll refresh him.
Okay, now we're live. Just saw it pop up on my tweet is sent.
Oh, here it is.
Retweet on there. I'm gonna post that in my server. There we go. Alrighty. View in control room. There we go. And there we are. What's going on, everybody? How's it hanging? How's it going, everybody? What's up? Welp, okay. Mo and M, just keep it in Mo and M. What's going on, Rochelle? Sonic 101. What's up? How's it going? I'm risking it. I'm going all out. I'm really doing this. It's going to be a really different one. I haven't really done anything like this on my streams before. Usually we just like play games and like Sonic Lost. Like I've been very limited in like what I could do. But now it's
I feel like this is going to be a lot less frustrating at the least.
Yeah, I don't have to play something like Sonic Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric like I've been doing for the past while. Sorry, Marky, it's not happening, buddy. We're not ranking it that high. This is a little spoiler warning, but we'll get to it. We'll get to Sonic Heroes eventually, but we do have a lot of stuff to go through before we get to that.
There's a lot, and honestly, there's probably a bunch that I haven't played.
Yeah, there's a lot here. There's some that I have to play. Maybe I should have added like a did not play. I'm gonna add something called the dungeon. I need a dungeon, and I need a haven't played, because like there's some bad stuff in here. Let me just say that. All right, let me see if I can add another section. Can I? I don't know if I can. Oh, I can add extras.
I think you can.
Okay.
The dungeon.
And let's also do, what's up, everybody? Well, hi, everybody. We'll also be like taking like questions and like hearing what you guys think as well. And let's do haven't played. Not played because
I feel like that kind of 16-bit era of spin-off games, or even the 8-bit era, like the Game Gear games, there's a lot that I haven't really played.
It's not popping up. That's weird.
Oh yeah, what the heck? Yeah.
Strange.
Edit? Is that what you pressed?
Yeah. That's weird. That's interesting. It's fine though. It's fine. If we can just like leave them at the bottom if like there's not much we could say on them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But we got over 100 people in here. Thank you everybody for showing up. I love all of you. I didn't formally introduce, but my friend Shalmix here today. As you guys know, huge Sonic fan. Really has made this like entire community and like Sonic YouTube as a whole such a better place this year in particular, because of like just the content that's been made from him, and he's been a great friend, very supportive. And yeah, so I have him here today, and we're going to be ranking every Sonic the Hedgehog game together. This includes main series, handhelds, like obscure titles that like not a lot of people probably have played or know about, but I think it'll be a fun experience for us to like go through together, and like we'll take like some of your feedback, what you guys think, and like look at your input. If I miss it, sorry. But yeah, we'll try to get to as many like opinions as possible.
Yeah, we'll try to get like a general consensus from chat as well, and maybe like if we're like really off and you think something should be a lot higher, just let us know and we'll reconsider it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think like once
definitely try persuading us, like
yeah,
give some reasons and we'll
yeah, definitely put your input in the chat. That's why doing this live rather than a video. Maybe I'll like
Yeah,
incorporate
I
this
feel
into
like that aspect is really cool actually. Like the whole chat interactivity.
Yeah, definitely. Like when I get to a game, I want you guys to just like don't spam, like maybe just like put the letter that you guys want, like when I'm like, all right, so now we're on like Sonic 4 episode 1, just like put what you guys think so I can get like a general consensus maybe. And then like once when everything's in there, like all the games are like put in there, maybe we'll do some rearranging, like okay, maybe this game shouldn't be on the same level as this. But yeah, without any further ado, we got a very sizable amount of people in here. Thank you to everybody who's showing up. And we're gonna go ahead and dive into this right now. And there's no better title to start with than Sonic 1. Oh boy. What
Sonic 1 is it's interesting. Like I feel like it's one of those games where the opinion on it has changed over the years.
Mm-hmm.
At least from like what I remember. Like recently I've been seeing a lot of people just slam dunk that game like, oh, it's like it was the first game, it totally sucked, I hate this game.
Mm-hmm.
You get to Marble Zone and it's like super slow. But I've always liked Sonic 1. It's like a good first game. Like it's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad at all.
I think the main thing about Sonic 1 that I've heard a lot of people don't like, and like I know everybody hates Marble Zone. That's actually my favorite level in the game. Yes, that's
I like that
weird.
level.
I like it. And the biggest thing though is that everybody's like, "Oh, it's there's too much platforming in it. It's not fast paced. Like Green Hill Zone's the fastest and then it slows down and tapers off over time." There are fast moments in it, and I can understand where people are coming from, but I don't say that makes it a bad game. I don't like. Is it as good as Sonic 2 and Sonic 3? No, but it's hard to like.
Right.
Those games are like super super good, so it's very hard to like fight against them if that makes any sense. So I think it's
like you kind of have to also put into context like when the game came out and like what games came out surrounding it.
Uh-huh.
You know, like
yeah.
So like there's like two ways you can review something, like pretty much anything, like movies or TV shows. Like you can view it within the context of which it came out. Like if you review like a movie from like 40, 50 years ago, or like something that's in like black and white, like you can't dock it for being in black and white. Like,
exactly.
That's what it was like at the time, right? And like I feel like you have to kind of treat games the same way. Like it came out in I believe 1991. It was the first game. You have to give some context to it too, I think.
Yeah, I love that movie analogy because it's so true. Because like, if you take like Star Wars from 1997 and then compare it to like Rise of Skywalker from 2019, it's like you have to compare the story, and like stories, you can make great stories no matter what time you're in. But like you can't compare like CGI or special effects because like while both might look great, obviously the newer ones are going to look better. Depending on who you talk to, obviously, but like objectively, if we're speaking. So it's just like, yeah, this game might not be as pretty, this game might not be as like fine-tuned, but it's still solid at its core. And I'm feeling a B. I'm feeling like a low A to a very high B. I'm not sure what you're thinking.
So the graphics are bad, so it's gonna be a D.
D. All right, put it in there. I'm seeing a lot of B's.
I'd give it like a solid B, like right in the middle. It like
right
so it like set the precedent for like every Sonic game to come after. It had a lot of room to grow, and it's definitely not the worst one. I feel like it's very fitting for it to be right smack in the middle, and like a lot of other games to come after it are like we can compare it. Like, is it better than Sonic 1? Is it worse than Sonic 1?
Right. Yeah. So yeah, that's Sonic there, but we also have another Sonic 1 to talk about as well, which is Sonic 1. I'm just going to put it right here so like we know what we're talking about. It's not like the final slot. But Sonic 1 on the Master System, also the Game Gear. What do you think about this one? Have you played it?
I think it was Sonic 2 that I played on the Game Gear, not the first one. Is that game in any of the collections for the like the Mega Collection or Gems Collection?
Yeah, it's on it was on Mega Collection. A lot of these Game Gear titles and Master System I played on like either Sonic Adventure DX or Sonic Mega Collection Plus, which is like where I played a majority of these. So yeah, that's where I played it.
Yeah, I'm like overall I'm not a huge fan of the Game Gear games. I don't want to say that they're terrible.
Well, some of
like
them
the
are.
fact that
Yeah.
Sonic was playable on a handheld is kind of a cool novelty.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll give it points for that. But like definitely the like capabilities of the Game Gear just weren't enough to really like create the proper physics for like a Sonic game, I guess. So
Mm-hmm.
I'd say like C. I give it a C.
A C. I'd say that. I don't like because there's some other titles here, guys, that are going to be D tier. Like, and we're getting up on them soon. So like,
Yeah.
we're gonna like that's it's not great, but like it's definitely like there's worse games than Sonic 1 on the Master System. If we can agree on that, I'm seeing a lot of C's and D's, so I think we're on the same page with the chat. So
Yeah.
thanks guys for
Okay.
your input. Um, and next we have Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the the classic Tails introduction, Emerald Hill, one of the most popular, critically acclaimed Sonic games of all time. Um, what do you think about this one, Showmix? Before I get into my thoughts.
So I think out of all the classic games, I think 2 is my favorite. I like it
Mm-hmm.
more than Sonic 3 and Knuckles, actually. And I think it's
Mm-hmm.
because of its simplicity and like kind of the art style as well. Um, I would say I'm like kind of split between S and A. It's
Yeah,
definitely at least an A tier. I don't
definitely.
know if I would put it in S though.
Same. It's like Sonic 2 took like the best elements of Sonic 1 and like fine-tuned them to this game. It's
Mm.
like every level is fast paced. The environments are so diverse. The color palette is even more beautiful. The Tails introduction's great. Even though he doesn't do much, but like still, there's something there. And also the
It had a
spin
cool
dash.
two-player mode.
Yeah, the multiplayer, which
Yeah,
was
the spin dash.
spin dash was great. There's so much like iconic like iconography from this game, like Death Egg
Yeah, there's a lot of
Robot.
things that started from this game
Yeah. Um,
that
I
have been present ever since.
I'm seeing A. I'm seeing a lot of
Yeah,
A's, and
I can
I'd
agree.
agree
Yeah, I
with
can
that
agree.
because there are some games that I feel are better than this. But this game is still truly like really great. Um, and yeah, I think we should like respect that. So, before we move on to like Three Knuckles and all that stuff, let's go ahead and knock out Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the one we use on
For
the
Game Gear.
hang glider. Where is
So,
he?
fun fact: this was my first ever video game.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't get past the first level. It was too hard.
Yeah. That's a lot of what I've heard about this game. It's like really hard. I think I have like multiple pictures in here actually. Where is
It's oh shoot, I just saw it. It's third row from the bottom, right in the middle. You're right by right.
right there. There he is. Um
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, go on with your experience with Sonic 2.
It's so when I was a kid, I think I was like 4 or 5 years old. Like I could not get past the first zone. I think I did once, and then like I immediately
Mhm.
game overed in the next zone. But
Yeah.
it's very difficult. I did end up playing it on the Mega Collection,
Mhm.
or the Gems Collection. I forget which one it's on, and I ended up beating it eventually. But
Mhm.
I just remember like the beginning is like the hardest part. Like after you get past the beginning, it's not that difficult.
Right. I
It's really
agree.
weirdly balanced. I feel like it's kind of in the same tier as Sonic 1 8-bit.
Yeah, I'd agree too. It's like I don't want to like diss a game for its difficulty level, but like I don't know. There's like something like somewhat unforgiving about it, and there's something like a little that's like not just it trying to be hard, but also just like the kind of design of it that makes it a little extra. But it's solid. It's all right. I would agree that it's like, are we gonna like just like put it like in front of like some of these like C's? Like
Oh yeah, do we want to like determine the order too?
I think that'd be good because like I think we could do that because
Yeah,
Sonic 2's
I
better.
honestly I don't remember much about the first one, so it's kind of hard to compare it to the second one.
Right.
My gut feeling is that maybe the second one is a little bit better, just because it's a
Yeah.
sequel. But
I'd agree too.
I don't really remember.
I played a couple of these recently. Not too refreshed. If we do need to refresh, like we can like pull up some YouTube videos or something. But yeah. With that, let's move on to this next title that came out in 1993. It's a little known title called Sonic CD. Now, this is going to be a controversial one for me. I'm just going to get mine out of the way. Yeah. Oh, but I got a little donation here from Fine Mario Bros. Thank you so much. Here's the donation because why not? Thank you so much, Fine Mario Bros. I've seen you a lot in my streams. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for your donation. It goes a long way towards me getting a new Xbox. So I do more streams, like, Generations and stuff like that. But that's why I'm doing stuff like this. But it goes a long way. So thank you. But yeah, with Sonic CD, I'm just going to say this right now. I am not a fan. It's not horrible. It's better than the Master System, but it's it's a very C game to me. I hate the level design. I'm not a fan of the future and past segments of it. Of course, the animation and like those cutscenes are great and stuff, but like, I don't know. There's something very not rewarding about it, and I think there's a reason why Sonic 2 was just like more. I know this came out like a year later, but I don't know. There was just like something that didn't stick with this game to like me and a lot of people. I don't know. It's just very like middle of the road. I'm seeing a lot of A's and B's. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm seeing a ton of A's and S's. Yeah, Sonic CD, more like Sonic C. Yeah. All right. So my opinion about this game is that like it's a step up from Sonic 1 in every single aspect except the gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the level design wise.
Yeah.
Actually, to be more specific, like the music is absolutely fantastic. The presentation, just like the level themes and the graphics are really cool. The intro and outro like animated cutscene thing is just fantastic. It's like so iconic. Definitely. Like, everything about the game, but the gameplay is just incredible. And yeah, like the future and past gimmick is kind of cool, except like the gameplay completely ruins it. Like the fact that you have to like keep a streak of running and you have to keep your speed up, but also the level design seems randomly generated almost. Like, and you go into the future and past, and it like slightly alters the levels. But then you have, like, springs inside of the wall and, like, rings inside of the wall that you can't get to. It just seems, like, unpolished, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
I would say, like, I would maybe give it a B tier.
B tier?
Because, like, I do think it does everything better than Sonic 1, except the gameplay. But the gameplay is kind of arguably the most important thing.
Right. I don't know. It's not a really bad game. And, like, there are a lot of redeeming qualities about it. There's some really dope stuff in this game. Like,
I would definitely put it above the Game Gear games for sure.
Yeah. It's, like, one of those things, like, this doesn't really belong with those things, So it's, like, let's put it at, like, low B right now. There are definitely things that will go ahead of Sonic CD, most definitely. But, so that's Sonic CD. One of, like, I'm very conflicted about that game. Maybe I can make a video about it at some point, but, like... Yeah. It's a
very interesting game. I have a lot of mixed feelings about it.
Have you played Sonic Chaos?
That's a Game Gear game, right?
Let's go
I think I might be confusing it for Sonic Triple Trouble.
Let's go to Sonic.
I mix those games up a lot, actually.
Yeah.
This era is like the most rough for me in terms of like the Game Gear spin-offs.
Triple Trouble is way better than Chaos from what I remember, but I think we need a little refresher. So let's pull up this like little YouTube video right here. Sorry if the aspect ratio is a little messy for you guys, but whoa. These sound effects. This was Chaos. Look at him on his little jet ski.
Yeah, it seems pretty similar to the other Game Gear games.
Yeah, I don't know too much about it. From what I remember, I'm not sure if we should just like exclude this or not, or if we should just like.
I feel that it's kind of hard for me to completely judge this one.
But upcoming, I do think we have a game that I think both of us might like. I'm not sure where you stand on it. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
So this game is basically just Puyo Puyo.
Yeah.
Reskin for Sonic. And, like, it's a solid, like, Puyo Puyo is solid. I like it. I'd say, like, probably a B or C.
Mm-hmm. I think, yeah,
like,
it's
as
just
a Sonic game.
Right.
It's not really a Sonic game. It's just reskinned. So, like, if you want to kind of dock points for that, I guess, like, you can. But, like, on its own, like, in a vacuum, the game is good, right?
Yeah. It's definitely just Puyo Puyo with, like, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog characters in it. But yeah, it's a fun game. There's a lot of fans I know that love this thing. But yeah, it's a solid game. It's fun to play, and that's like the biggest thing that I think a video game can be. It's definitely a high C. It's like, it's not. I want to put it on the level as like Sonic 1 and CD, but it's still really good, and I enjoy it a lot. So we're making our way up, guys. Kind of, we're getting there.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
I agree with that.
This next title we have is another like spin-off title. This is like around the time Sonic was blowing up, so they're gonna capitalize on that. So we have Sonic Spinball right over here,
and that's exactly where I would keep it.
Right at C.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can get my opinions out of the way. I think this game's really not fun and very frustrating.
Yeah, I agree. It's very frustrating. Sonic is very clunky controlling, and like when you're using the pinball mechanic, it's like all right, but like if I'm thinking back to like any kind of casino level in Sonic, I usually really dislike the pinball physics most of the time.
Right.
Like
it's floaty.
It seems random. It seems random and janky.
Yeah. I also don't like the way it controls. It just doesn't feel very natural to me. It's just my favorite pinball Sonic is not like there is Sonic Pinball Party, which we'll get to in a bit, but I also just like really love Sonic Adventures pinball like a little bit. It's just like the way Sonic controls within the pinball machine just feels pretty good, but like here, I don't know, there's something floaty and like you said random about it that doesn't make it fun, and also like trying to get all the chaos emeralds is ridiculous too. God. So I'm tempted to give it a D, but like
a D?
At the same time,
if I'm comparing it to the other games in C tier, I feel like I would play like Sonic 2 and Sonic 1 Game Gear before I would pick up Spinball.
Same, yeah.
Actually, there's a Game Gear version of Spinball, right? Is that on here?
I don't believe. I think they're the only one I have on here is Mega. Is not Mega Drive. Is yeah, Mega Drive. That's the only one I have on here.
Oh, Mega Drive. I'm pretty sure it was on both Genesis and Game Gear. But like, if we're gonna put the Genesis version in D tier, like, I haven't played the Game Gear version of Spinball, but I imagine it's even worse. So I mean, they're probably going in the same tier, anyways.
Yeah.
I would give it a D tier. I think maybe this would be our first D tier game.
There we go, guys. I'm sorry. I am seeing D's though, so I think like I'm seeing Jordan and Archel putting it in there. So, some people.
There's a few people saying that there's a Game Gear version.
Yeah. I remember when I was looking.
So consider this both versions of Sonic Spinball.
Both suck. Yeah.
They're bad.
All right. So we've now moved up a year to a game that I think could possibly, get very high up there. It will get very high up there. Sonic 3.
So, okay, we have Sonic 3, we have Sonic and Knuckles. Do we have a separate one for Sonic 3 and Knuckles?
We do. We have a separate one for... Oh, wait, no. I just have Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, yeah.
Just like their own individual games.
Yeah, no DLC. Just like them as their own games. So I know is like conflicting, which is why I like it, I'm seeing S's, I'm seeing A's.
A bunch of S's.
Yeah. I know this is like a lot of people's favorite Sonic game. Like this, people think it's like the best one.
I'm pretty conflicted on Sonic 3 and Knuckles personally. The thing is,
Yeah.
like, whenever I play the games, it's usually as Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
And like personally, I enjoy like the briefness of Sonic 2. I like that you can finish it in like an hour and a half in one sitting, basically. But if I'm playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles together, I feel like it's too long. But like if you separate them into their own respective games, I feel like it kind of takes away from it as well, even though they're shorter.
Definitely.
I'm so torn.
Me too.
I feel like at least an A tier.
Yeah. I don't really know like what much there is to say about Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I like because there's so like everybody said so much about it. I think it's a little more like sloppy in my opinion in Sonic 2.
Yeah, one thing I will say for sure is that I don't like the visual style of Sonic 3 as much as Sonic 2.
The sprite
Sonic
of Sonic
3,
is weird.
Yeah, the sprite art tries to be more realistic. So like what I think kind of happened, like Donkey Kong Country and like there were some other games that tried to like 3D render things and then convert them to sprites. And that's not really what they did for this game, but I think they took inspiration from that realism and they tried to make the game more realistic looking. While if you look at Sonic 2, it's very stylized and cartoonish and abstract, which is, like, I love that style so much. But then Sonic 3 tried to be more realistic, and I think when you have, like, a 16-bit game like that, like, trying to be more realistic means, like, you're using a bunch of different colors, and it, like, the environments become less clear. They're a bit more muddy, just because they try to put so much detail in it, but, like, you can't exactly do that with the 16-bit resolution. So, like, at least in terms of, like, visuals, I like 2 way more. Like, that's something I can definitely put above Sonic 3. But when you're factoring in everything else, it's hard. I feel like maybe this one could go into S tier.
I'm seeing S's. I'm an A person when it comes to this game. I like Sonic 2 a little bit more.
So do I.
But like,
and I know I'm in the minority on that.
Right. Like I do like this game, guys. It is really good. Don't get me wrong, but it's also like, I don't know. The story. Let me get that out of the like, up until this point, best Sonic story, because like, even though there weren't like there wasn't dialogue, it was like the most they were able to get through. Like through sprites, which I think was really impressive for the time.
They were able to do a lot with the story without any dialogue, which is pretty impressive.
I think this game, in my opinion, has like some of the best Sonic music too.
I actually kind of disagree with that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't like the soundtrack for Sonic 3 that much. I think Sonic 2's soundtrack is the best of the classic trilogy. I guess not counting CD. I don't know. But like if you're looking at Sonic 1, 2, and 3, I personally like Sonic 2's soundtrack the best. Sonic 3, like, I think, Michael Jackson worked on it.
Yeah.
So it's like a very different feel to it.
I like it though. I love Ice Cap. I love a lot of the songs on here. I think it's really it's like it's such an interesting game. It's like I know we sound conflicted and it's not like, oh, is this a good game or bad game? It's just like, is this a better good game than this other good game?
Is this S tier worthy?
Like, S tier is high prestige.
It's one of the best Sonic games, but is it S tier worthy?
I know Sonic 2 is the most popular Sonic game if we're technically speaking, but in terms of like the fan base, like the Sonic fan base, I know the Sonic fan base loves Sonic 3. I think we should give an S tier. I think we should put it up there.
I would, and I do think that I'm a little biased. I can acknowledge that I'm probably kind of biased. And if I'm trying to look at it as objectively as possible, I can definitely see why it would be an S tier.
Right.
So I'm okay with giving it S.
But I think that's a perfect segue into Sonic and Knuckles. Now, I think this is an A tier.
Okay, this definitely not as good as Sonic 3.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the levels in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I always would prefer Sonic 3, like when I was playing the Mega Collection, like, so I think you unlock Sonic 3 and Knuckles together, but before that you have Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, and I would always pick Sonic 3 before I would play Knuckles.
Definitely. Next up we have Sonic Triple Trouble. I'm not sure if you can speak on this game because I know you're having some trouble with Sonic Chaos, because I don't think I've played Sonic Chaos at least that much. But in terms of Sonic Triple Trouble, I really like Triple Trouble. I don't know what the chat thinks. We're just getting to it. I want to know, put your letter right now, chat.
I like the box art.
The box art's sick, and it also has Fang in there, which maybe that'll make me a little biased.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm seeing D, C, B, A, B, A, C. Very conflicted, chat, eh? I'm seeing A.
I'm seeing everything.
I'm seeing this is a very conflicting title for a lot of people.
But C. I saw a few C's, but I'm seeing like almost everything but C.
Now I'm seeing a lot of A's and B's.
Really good or really bad.
Now I'm seeing a lot of A's and B's. I don't think it is on the level of Sonic and Sonic CD. But I also think it's better than the Game Gear Sonic titles.
The other Game Gears. I guess we can put it in C and put it all the way.
I think we should put it
front, right?
I think we should yeah, definitely.
Do we want to put Mean? Oh, okay, yeah, Mean Bean probably above, so like right behind Triple Trouble.
Yeah, I think that's a good place for it.
Okay, yeah.
All right, guys. Next up, we got. If you're wondering why we're skipping to this title, Sonic Drift 2, is because I've never played, and I'm not sure if Chalmix has, Sonic Drift 1, because it was never released in the US. At least from what I remember.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe it was on a collection, I don't know, but I've only played Sonic Drift 2. And I'm sorry. Yeah. I really don't like Sonic Drift at all. What do you think, Chalmix?
Yeah, I don't think it's very good. No. Like, that whole kind of, like, 16-bit era of, like, quote-unquote 3D kart racers, I'm not a big fan of. Like, even Super Mario Kart, I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah, definitely.
And, like, it's kind of that same style. I would put it above Spinball. But I would say it's D tier.
Yeah, it's not that great. It is more like playable than Spinball to me, but it's like what you said. They wanted like to make their own Mario Kart because Mario Kart was really popular, but it's just not fun. And like especially in contrast to like other Sonic racing games that have come along, no matter like what they're writing on. So like, yeah, it's a D. But you know what? It is what it is. But this next one is an interesting one. And I'm not sure if you played this. I don't know a lot of people who've played this because obviously of the console. Knuckles Chaotix. First one that doesn't have Sonic in the name other than Robotnik.
Okay. I really like the entire style of this game and the whole premise, but like on paper, but I feel like when it comes to execution, it's a little mid.
The ring tenna,
like in between B and C for me.
Yeah, I think it deserves a high C, like the highest C. But like the ring tether mechanic is really like it honestly could be like a little confusing at points. It could be a little frustrating. The special stages are strange. It's just like all around. It's a very strange game. But like strange. That's kind of why I like it. Yeah, it's like
it's cool.
Yeah, it's good. It's just like it's at that point like, oh, I really love Triple Trouble, but I also like really like Knuckles Chaotix, and it's just like it is a more playable game than like Triple Trouble and like stuff like that. So yeah, I'm seeing
in terms of like the other games surrounding it, like I would rather play Sonic 1 or Sonic CD.
Yeah.
But because Knuckles Chaotix is like so weird, it like kind of makes me want to play it more than like Triple Trouble, Mean Bean, or the other Game Gear games.
Right.
Just because it's so interesting.
Thanks, Sonic Central. I appreciate it, bro. And I got the fresh cut. Not sure if y'all noticed.
Hey, what's up, Volcamia?
But yeah, we got that out of the way. All right, up next, these two might be confusing. Have you played any of the Game Gear Tales games before?
They're bad. They're like really bad. Yeah. They're so bad.
I don't. Okay, real quick, I got a donation from Gamer Explosion 05 with $2. Thanks so much, bro. You come on the right time. I just lost my dog. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh no,
dude, I'm so sorry. That really sucks. Right, I know how it feels to lose a dog. That's yeah. Can we get some love in the chat for Gamer Explosion 05 and let's try to make this night a good one for him?
Yeah, I mean, fun. I hope the stream can cheer up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's losing a pet is like just the worst.
Yeah, definitely. I love. Yeah, I'm so sorry, man. But yeah, let's get some love in the chat for him. Yeah, thank you so much for your donation, bro. That like on a night like that where you lose your dog, it just like means a lot that you'd want to donate. But we'll try and make this night a good one for you, all right? But yeah, back to the Tales games. Sorry, we're gonna have to like talk negatively now, but yeah, I've played some of these on collections and on like emulators and stuff, and I
forget which one is which, but they both suck.
They're both bad. Are we gonna put them below Spinball and Drift?
I think I would put it below Sonic Spinball, actually.
All right.
They're just so clunky and slow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like, yeah, it's just the way Tails walks and like with his like little accessories, it's just not enjoyable at all.
I forget which one is which, but they're kind of similar, right?
Yeah, they're very similar, very much, yeah. And they were released on the same year, which is so strange. Like, two Tales games on like the same console the same year.
Yeah, did they have? Were they developed by like the same team, or like did they have two simultaneous Tales games going on?
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know why they did that, but maybe they were trying to like make like a Tales franchise or something a little more like kid approachable. I'm not sure, but yeah.
I think they're not Sky great. Patrol would go higher. I think Sky Patrol is
okay.
All right.
This next one also like I hear is like usually in contention for like the worst Sonic game ever. Sonic Labyrinth.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Sonic Labyrinth is like one of the most frustrating Sonic games ever.
Yeah. It's bad, guys. I'm sorry we're on like a negativity. So we're in a like it's like hard like if you hear like these pauses between us and like this like these spaced out sentences is because like so far it's just been like C's and D's and it's like we want to get back to the positivity, but
yeah, this was the first dark era of Sonic. Like people like to consider the mid 2000s to be the dark era. This is the real dark era.
Yeah, if we want to put like I've always said this, if we want to put labels on stuff, which we love to do as Sonic fans, I've always said there has been no such thing as like a dark age. Sonic has just been a franchise of inconsistency, which it's not a bad thing. You know, like there's so many franchises that have that. It's not abnormal. It's just we like to brand things and. This right here, I'm sorry guys, this is way worse than some stuff like, what do you want to like 06 and Secret Rings. I'd much rather play those games than this stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. We're putting this in the dungeon right here, the metaphorical dungeon, of the. Are we gonna put it a little bit above the Tales games? Or we're gonna put it like dead last.
Oh boy, I think it would go. I would rather play the Tales games, honestly.
All right, goodbye, Sonic Labyrinth.
At least you can control him.
Yeah, honestly. I like Sonic's shoes were stolen. Wasn't that it? The premise was like Eggman stole Sonic's shoes.
Or no, he replaced Sonic's shoes with something that like magnetizes him to the floor.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Something like that. It's something really stupid.
But this next game though, I think is really fun, and I might make a video on this and maybe even like stream it. Sonic the Fighters.
I love that game, dude. I love this game.
Yeah.
This game, they came out with like a PS3, Xbox 360, like HD port.
I remember.
And they had online play. And I remember like there was one time I was just hanging out with my friend, and we were on his PS3, and like we bought this game as like a joke. Basically, it was like $3. And I'm like, oh, I remember this game. It was from the Gems collection, and like it's really fun. Trust me. And we like played a few rounds, and then we went online, and we were doing like ranked matches. And we fought like the #1 ranked player, and he just obliterated us. It was hilarious. Like I didn't know that you can be that good at this game, but like there's definitely a skill curve I did not know about.
I'm so nostalgic about this game. This was like at Chuck E. Cheese when I was a kid,
yeah.
And like this was like the hot game there. Like until it was like taken away from like the thing because they replaced it with like Sonic, like the Sonic basketballs and like the Sonic ball game or whatever it's called, stuff like that. But when it was there, this was like the hot game. I remember when it did come out on the 360 PS3, like they added Honey the Cat or something like that, which is so cool that they did that. I love Sonic the Fighters. It's fun. It's short. It is what it is. It gets done what it needs to get done.
I do feel like there's not a lot to it, but like when you're playing it for the short amount of time that you know most people probably do, like it's a blast.
Definitely. It's like it's such a confined package. Like, yeah, definitely. I'm feeling a B. Are you feeling a B? Like a low B?
Yeah, I would say B. I don't want to give it an A just because it's like just a goofy spin-off, but like it's such a fun time.
It is. It's fun, and that's what like this is gonna be a big factor. Is like just the fun aspect of it. But we do have to be objective as well when it comes to certain things because we can't enjoy junk, and if it's junk, it's junk. But this next one, it's another, like, I'm not sure how we're feeling, but Sonic 3D Blast. There's the Mega Drive and the Saturn, but I've played both.
Are they lumped together?
Yeah, we're kind of, like, lumping them together.
Okay. I would... Oh, I think you got a donation?
Oh, donation. Oh, my God. Thank you so much, Dylan. Thank you for the £5. I believe that's correct. Put Black Knight in S for me. I'm really tempted to from that donation, buddy. But we'll see. We'll see when we get to our discussion. It's gonna be hard. Pray for your fighter. Pray for Black Knight. Hope that it can get up there. But thank you so much for your donation. The donations always go a long way. That means the most. Thank you so much. But yeah, 3D Blast. I'm really conflicted about like. I hate the title. I hate that they called it 3D Blast. Like, it was like, oh, this is Sonic's 3D game, even though it really wasn't. And I don't think they ever intended it to be.
Technically. Yeah, it's interesting. It's not like a terrible game, but it's very different than like a traditional Sonic game. There's not a lot of speed. Like, he goes at like a moderate speed, but like you don't really get that sense of speed from this game.
Yeah, it's like collecting flickies and
I would rather just have some kind of like go from point A to point B as fast as possible type situation with the levels.
I'm seeing an influx of C's and D's with this.
Yeah, I would put it above Chaotix, maybe. Like it's a high C tier, I would say.
High C tier. Yeah.
I really do. I like the soundtrack for the Saturn version has a fantastic soundtrack.
Definitely.
It's so good.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I just got a peek at this next game, and this is one of my least favorite Sonic games. Sonic Blast, not Sonic 3D Blast, just Sonic Blast for the Game Gear, which like seems to have tried to replicate the graphics of 3D Blast, but it fails tremendously because it's
so bad. It looks like garbage.
This game is just not good. I don't even think we should spend that much time on it. I think
maybe it would go above Labyrinth. Because at least it plays like a normal Sonic game. Definitely. But it's definite straight up D tier.
Yeah.
Second to last, I'd say.
Definitely. It's down there, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I love those stupid 90s renders of Sonic. They look so bad. Maybe I shouldn't, like, have that as a fact. I like them. But, yeah, it's just not a good game. I'm sorry, guys. Why am I saying sorry? Everybody's saying D. Everyone's putting trash cans.
Everyone's agreeing. We're all pretty unanimous on that.
Yeah. This next one, I feel has grown and grown, not only in the fan base, but in just like the world in general. Sonic freaking R.
Yes. Dude, I love this game.
Sonic
I'm
R.
totally biased, though.
Same. It's the sound, like, oh my god. For like the past couple of days, me and my friends have been listening to the Sonic R. Like, just Sonic soundtracks in general, but like Sonic R. I got another peek at the soundtrack. I'm like, you know what? This is like genuinely...
It's so good.
It's like good.
Like,
yeah.
They write the songs in a way where, like, if you weren't playing it in a Sonic game, like, you wouldn't know it was from a Sonic game.
Definitely.
Like, they're good standalone songs, I think.
Oh, quick second, sorry. Jane Brady, thank you so much for your donation. Sorry, let me, the chat's going berserk right now. Thank you all so much for your interaction and showing up. Over 3,000, not 3,000. Holy shit, 300 people. Jane Brady, thank you for the $5. Are you going to play the new Sonic game, Sonic Omens? I've already played it. I can maybe give my thoughts at like the end of this if I remember, but I have played it. I will give my thoughts. It's just a very big controversial topic. So, but yeah, all I'll say, I like it as a fan game. I don't like the practices of the people who made it, and yeah, I it's a fan game. I don't think we should be treating it as a real game, which is like what a lot of people have been doing. I hate the practices of it, and I hate that people are trying to, like, some people are trying to be like, oh, the fan base is biased, it's no different from other fan projects. It's like, yeah, you're trying to make money off of Sega's IP. But yeah, other than that, it's fine. It's good. It's a fan game. Like, I'm not a video game, like, fan game guy, so I can't really, like, speak too highly of it, but I thought it was really solid. I liked the presentation. I've never seen a fan game like it. I've played some really bad fan games out there, so I thought it was solid, but
I actually haven't played it yet, but yeah. I've been seeing the controversy online. Yeah, it's kind of, it's a controversy. I haven't played it, and I do think that it I see a lot of people comparing it like one for one with like official Sonic games, which I think is a bit unfair.
Definitely.
But at the same time, like, yeah, there's valid criticism to it.
Yeah, sure. Definitely. But yeah, thanks for your question. I guess I don't have to save it. That's what I think about it. I want to get your questions if people donate. So yeah, thank you so much for your donation again. Very generous. So yeah, back to what we were talking about. Sonic R. Yeah. Sonic R's amazing soundtrack. It's fun. It's quick. Like, if you memorize it, you can just boost through there as fast as possible. I love it. The metal characters.
My only issue with it is that, like, yeah, the controls take a bit of getting used to. They can be better. The main issue is that, like, it's too short. I feel like I would have loved for there to be more levels. I think that was a problem with a lot of the Sonic games around this time. I think this is like was this the same? This is like 1 year after Fighters, and this is like a very similar game in terms of like its design and like art style. Yeah. To Fighters, and like, yeah, it has more graphical capability than like these other games because they're like sprites and 16-bit, but these like took more graphical capability. And Sonic R was on the Saturn, so better hardware. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. They were just really short because I'm not sure if they had the time or the money to like pump into like a very big game, but it's also just a racing game. I'm sure they were rushed. Yeah. Like usual. No pun intended, but yeah, they're kind of rushed. Oh my gosh. Let me wait for that to pop up my other screen right here. I have it on my MacBook too, which is a little more delayed than this one. I have an OBS. Thank you so much, Metatorque, for your sorry, I'm tripping today. $9.99, $10. I should round. I think Sega should sell Sonic to Capcom, as Sega and Capcom do things together, like Sonic and Mega Man Worlds Unite. As for films, they could license rights to Paramount. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. Interesting idea, but
I've always been, if Sega were to sell Sonic, that they should do it to a non-video game company. I think they should just license Sonic to a game company, but Sonic be owned by like a bigger thing, like Viacom preferably. Even though I know their copyright is stupid, but yeah, maybe Capcom could get like the game rights, but I don't want them to own Sonic outright. I'd like for a bigger corporation to own the franchise with a with a game publisher getting the license. That's what I would do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know, like, Capcom has been kicking butt lately. Like, they were kind of in this dark era for a while, like in the early 2010s, but they really made a comeback. I do think if they got a chance to make a game at least, I feel like it could be really cool. Definitely.
Yeah, but thank you so much for your donation. Like, solid idea. I just, like, that's not what I preferably would do, but, like, I love hearing, like, what you guys would like to do with Sonic. Like, feel free to, like, tell, like, who would you sell Sonic to if you could? I made a video about that a while ago, so you guys can check that out if you want. Yeah, Chomix, who would you sell Sonic to if it wasn't with Sega? Like, if Sonic had to be sold tomorrow, what, like, company?
I would maybe sell it to Square Enix.
Ooh, interesting.
But like, I know Balan Wonderworld came out, and that was a Square Enix game. A Square Enix published game, but they didn't, like, develop it. I would give it to, like, the people who made... like, I would get, like, some of the people behind the Final Fantasy games to write the story.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really do feel like I got huge Final Fantasy vibes from Sonic 06, which I really like the story to that game for the most part. And, like, the character designs, like, very Final Fantasy-esque. So I feel like giving the series to somebody who maybe had involvement with Final Fantasy and make that type of story would be good.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of gameplay, like, I feel like they could do it. I'm trying to think of, like, maybe some other games that Square Enix did that are kind of similar to that gameplay.
I just personally haven't been a fan of, like, a lot of recent Square Enix games. I played that Avengers game they made. That wasn't fun. Yeah. I wanted to like it. I really did. It's just I never returned to that since, like, couple months, like, since it came out. And Balan speaks for itself. I haven't played Balan, but, you know, from what I've heard, I can just, you know. But anyways, Sonic R. I love Sonic R. You think it's an A, or should we just keep it at a B, like, ahead of some games in B?
I want to put it at A. I love that game.
Yeah, Sonic R is an A. It's an A, guys. It's an A. It's an A.
Yeah, I would put it behind 2 and Sonic and Knuckles, but
yeah,
I would say it's an A.
Yeah, it's a low A, but it's an A.
Low A.
It's an A nevertheless. But now, guys, I know a lot of you are big Sonic modern fans because a lot of us are younger. You know, like, we grew up around this era, juxtaposed to, like, the 90s. You know, we're young bucks. So here we are. We're finally here. Sonic Adventure for the Sega Dreamcast, and every other console ever under the sun has had this game on it. So, Shalmix, friend, I know by your thumbnails and a lot of that stuff that you fucking love you some Sonic Adventure. What do you think of Sonic Adventure from 1999?
S tier.
S tier? I agree.
Complete S tier. I love this game. Dude, this game is everything to me.
Put it above Sonic 3. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry, putting it above Sonic 3. It's going up. It's going up there.
I prefer it to Sonic 3.
It's so good. It's so good. I love it. I like it way more than SA2. I'm sorry. Like, I obviously, if you know me.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to SA2.
We're almost there.
Or is that the next game right now?
No, we have one more. Okay. One more before then, but you know, I don't think we'll be on that one for too much. But
is it Pocket Adventure?
Oh wait, no, we have 2. Yeah, so we have Pocket Adventure and Sonic Shuffle. Spoilers. But
oh yeah, that's it.
Sonic Adventure is just so good. It's just so good. Sonic's level, the story for Sonic, perfect. Like, top tier Sonic. Tails is really fun, and I like how they, like, don't overstay their welcome. Each story is, like, perfect to, like, the story, like, the actual story, and, like, The levels are just like, it flows so well. All of it flows so well. The story, the lore they introduce. Like, the character designs, the art style.
It's fantastic. Like, the only, like, people say that it's aged, and I think, maybe the cutscenes have aged a bit. Like, the voice acting and delivery is a little off-putting. Definitely. Like, the lip syncing is totally weird. But, like, to me, like, that just gives it character. Like, Definitely. I absolutely love that the voice acting is that way as opposed to, like, something more professional and, like, Definitely. Standard, I guess. Like, it just makes it so much more memorable.
It gives it charm, you know? And it was trying to do stuff that, like, not a lot of games were doing at the time, you know? It pushed the envelope. And, like, has it lived up today? No, but, like, look at what we have today. It's, like, ridiculous what we have today. You can't compare a game from, like, over 20 years ago, like, that's older than me, like, to Sonic Forces even, or, like, whatever, like, Last of Us game. You know, you can't do that. And it's just, like, for the time, 1999, this was, like, loved. And, like, it still is fun to play. And at the end of the day, it's gameplay. But it also has a really good story at the heart of it. And while the presentation and the cutscenes might not look good, at the core of it, the story is really intriguing. The characters, the themes. It's so good. I love Sonic Adventure. Chowmix also just loves Sonic Adventure. It's a great game. But I think it's time for us to talk about the actual greatest Sonic game ever made. The real one. Oh, yeah. Sonic Pocket Adventure. Masterpiece. According to IGN, 10 out of 10. 10. 10's across the board. You guys know about this game? Better than Mario Odyssey, any other game out there. Grand Theft Auto 5.
IGN literally gave it a 10 out of 10.
So we gotta listen to
If you don't believe us, go on IGN, look up Sonic Pocket Adventure, and look at the score. It's literally 10 out of 10. Like, you can't argue that.
You just can't argue, guys. It is what it is. I got another donation. Let me wait for it to pop up on my screen on the MacBook. Thank you so much again for your donation. Let me make sure I'm saying your name right. Metatorque. I don't know if Viacom would be a good fit, as Viacom's copyright isn't the greatest, as they could take down fan games. I did mention that. That is true. That is the biggest issue with Viacom as a company. I agree. But I'm like, I love the fans. I'm a fan. You know, and the fan games are a great aspect, and it keeps us engaged, like Sage and stuff like that. But, like, I know it sounds heartless, and, like, I know it may be a little insensitive, but, you know, I want what's best for the franchise, you know? I just want what's best for Sonic, and, like...
Yeah.
It's a giant corporation.
Here's the thing about that. So, like, I wanted to say Nintendo to be the company to, like, buy Sonic. I feel like they could do good with the franchise and the IP, but, like, the reason I didn't say it was because I do think that the fan aspect of Sonic is very important, but I think it's so important because the series is so up and down, and when you have, like, the really low lows of the franchise, you can still depend on the fans to kind of be involved with the series and make cool content that you can consume while you're waiting for something good to come out.
Definitely.
But if the franchise is in good hands and it's just consistently good, then, like, you don't have to rely on the fans as much for content. It's weird, though. Like, I do agree, because I mean, I do a lot of fan work myself, so not being able to do that would be pretty upsetting. So I can see both sides. It's kind of a touchy subject because like the fan aspect is so important. Yeah, I feel like it's so important because the games have such a tendency to be very bad for periods at a time.
That's the biggest thing, and, like, everything about Viacom, like, in terms of movies, television, merchandising, and giving a studio, like, the proper funds to, you know, like, make a proper, like, AAA Sonic game again. I just think that's the best thing, but the downside is the way other companies treat fans and fan projects. It's just, that's the hard thing. But, yeah, I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much again for the $5. Very generous. Thank you. I love all of your input, guys. You guys are awesome. Yeah, what were we talking about? Pocket Adventure. Yeah, what do we truly think about Pocket Adventure? Have you played it recently? Like, what do you think about it?
I've never like finished it, but it's actually it's definitely better than the Game Gear games. I would give it like a either a really high C or a low B. What do you think?
I'm thinking it's way better than like. Yeah, I'm thinking a low B. I'm thinking a low B.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I can get down with it.
This one might be short. I've played this recently, actually, like a couple weeks ago. Sonic Shuffle. Sonic Shuffle. Oh man. I'm not sure last time you played this or if you have played it.
Did you play it with friends?
I played, yeah, in person with friends. Yeah.
What did you think of it?
I don't like it. I don't think it's awful. I don't think it's like a D game, but it's like it's not good. And like it tried to do some things. Like it had like a story and it like had some interesting mini games that like you could like more than others. But at the end of the day, it's just not great. I think it's like high D, low C for me. What do you think?
I would put it mid C. I would personally put it like between Knuckles Chaotix and Triple Trouble.
All right, that sounds like a decent spot.
It's a nice change of pace, I guess, but like it definitely falls flat. It's a bit rough.
I agree.
But I love the idea. Like party games are hilarious. I love playing party games. Mario Party's awesome. Jackbox TV games are hilarious. Like Sonic Shuffle, it had potential, but
definitely.
It's kind of it's a little bit of a meme game for me. Like I like it ironically.
Same.
A lot.
All right, guys. Here we are. Okay, this is one that if you guys know me, that this next game I have a complicated history with, and I've come out about it. My true feelings. Sonic Adventure 2 is a game that I don't have a great history with, and that I'm not the biggest fan of, but I respect the hell out of it. And there's a lot of stuff I absolutely love about it, lots of stuff I really don't like about it. Before I get into my thoughts, I want to hear not only the chat, what your letter grades are, but I also want to hear what Chalmix's are. What are your thoughts, Chalmix?
This is possibly my favorite game of all time. I think. Like I think I could say that it might be at least like my top 3 favorite games of all time. I absolutely love this game. I like it more than Adventure 1.
Okay.
It does have its flaws. It's definitely not a perfect game, but I don't think any game on this entire list is perfect.
Right.
I would definitely put it in S tier. I absolutely love this game. I've spent so many hours playing this game. I think that it does a lot of things better than Adventure 1, but it also does a lot of things worse than Adventure 1. And it does sometimes depend on the day for me. Like, do I want to play Adventure 1 today or 2? Like, which one is better? It kind of depends. Like, they fulfill different needs for me.
Right.
Sonic Adventure 2 is really cool because, like, every level is unique. Where Adventure 1, like, one of my biggest complaints is that a lot of the other characters that aren't Sonic, you kind of just go through Sonic's levels with very minimal alteration. Like, literally, Knuckles' treasure hunting stages, they're just reused Sonic locations. Or, like, Tails, for example. There's a few characters that have, like, more unique stages, like Amy and E102. And Big a little bit.
Definitely.
But I do think Sonic Adventure 2 excels at making, like, a very streamlined, it just feels more complete to me. Like, everything is specifically designed for a specific character. Now, whether those characters are fun to play is debatable.
Yeah. All right.
Let's hear what you have to say.
Here's my thing. SA2, and, like, I know I made a game called, I made a video called Sonic Adventure 2 Kinda Sucks. Now, I was, of course, berated, as expected, but for good reason. And I know that this game is very loved, and like half that video is me loving on the game because there's great things. Let me say it real quick. This game's story, I'd say to this day, is still the best Sonic story ever made, and it's been 20 years. This year will be 20 years since this game came out. Best Sonic story ever. Great. Tonally is perfect. It's crazy how drastic the presentation changed between the first and second. Yeah, the talking over and like the mixing is very strange. The mixing is very bad, but you know what? Still a great story. Way better presentation than the first game. Sonic's levels are great. Shadow's levels are great. You can't really nitpick it. I tried to be like, oh well, Sonic's is better than. They're still good. At the end of the day, the Chow Garden's addicting. The level design, City Escape is the best Sonic level ever.
Yes, City Escape. I agree. I made a whole video on that.
Best Sonic
I made a video. That video was about actually City Escape is the best first level of any video game ever.
It's just I think it's the best
like
level.
Just the perfect introduction. Yeah. Like with the beginning cutscene, it sets everything up very quickly. The level makes you want you're wondering why Sonic is being pursued. It's just fast. It's down the entire level is downhill. So like you are always going fast. It's so good. And they like funnel you into like these tutorials like you have to figure out to proceed, and it teaches you how to play the game without telling you how to play the game.
Yeah, it's just like the visuals of it, like it's showing you like which directions you could go. If you fail, you have to go this way. But if you perform this right, you can go up here and learn and do this. You can go the higher method. It's just like without even needing to like have Omo Chow, which is like I think the introduction of the character. Am I not mistaken?
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, like, if you want explicit help, you can go to Omo Chow, but you don't ever have to. It's always optional.
Yeah, it just, like, it's the visual on the screen, and it's enough to, like, make you process and go, like, okay. It's, like, best level ever. I'm just gonna say that. But at the same time, there's always the thing, and I know it's cliche, and I know it's a trope that everybody goes to with it, and I know it's annoying. I really don't like the treasure hunting and mech stages. I really don't like them. I don't think they're atrocious. I don't think they're the worst thing ever made. But it really, like, grinds to a halt in some cases. Some cases they're fine. In some cases they're not.
Yeah. I definitely get where people are coming from when they say that. I can kind of get behind the idea that, you know, the mech levels aren't that good. I do think, I will say, that the level design in the mech levels are very good. Like, in terms of, like, pure platforming, like, actually, the level design is amazing for platforming. But, yeah, it is annoying. Like, the audio mixing doesn't help. They're not very fast. It's very focused on, like, platforming. And I think, like, in terms of platforming design, it's kind of like, it's like Marble Zone a little bit. Like, you slow down, and you have to, like, wait on platforms that move, and, like, platform and jump over bottomless pits, or, like, quicksand, for example. But, like, it's an entire gameplay. Like, it's basically a third of the game. It's like, it would be like if Sonic 1, like, a third of the levels were basically Marble Zone.
Right.
You know? Like, it's like a nice zone, like, on its own, but, like, it's only that zone that's like that, right?
Right.
So, like, I can see why maybe, you know... I do think that, like, I always felt like with Sonic Adventure 2, I wish that there were more Sonic stages and Shadow stages compared to, like, the combined amount of the treasure hunting and mech stages. I will say, though, I actually love the treasure hunting stages. I love them. The only thing I can't defend are probably the like Mad Space and Meteor Herd.
Meteor Herd? Can I be honest? I don't hate Meteor Herd. I don't hate it.
I don't hate Meteor Herd either. Mad Space is definitely
Mad Space is like, unforgivable.
I hate that level.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing, like when you like talk to people who are huge fans of the classic era, they always say like, "Oh, I just love the exploration in the games. Like you can like go up to these high paths and like find shortcuts, or like you can like explore around and like find items and stuff. Like that's literally what you do in the treasure hunting stages.
Right.
But like people knock them because they're not Sonic stages, I guess. But like they're so exploration heavy, and I do love exploring. Like that is something I love about the classic trilogy, like the exploration. And like you get that from the treasure hunting stages.
I think we got to give this thing a rating now. I know, chat, we've been talking about it for a while, but it's just a game that it's like you gotta discuss, especially when you have like people who come from different like aspects of it. Even though like me and Chomix agree on a lot of stuff, including like some levels in the story. I'm pretty sure. Obviously for me it isn't an S. You know what I like where I came from. If it was just me grading this, it'd be like a high C, a low B, or like a medium B or a high B. But Shamux, do you think we should give this like a tippy toppity A? Or
I'd be willing to, meet in between somewhere.
Yeah. So
let's go somewhere in A tier.
Yeah, let's put it at the top of the A, because I would play this game over some of the classic games.
Yeah.
I don't hate this game, guys. I know I put it in A, but it's just like there are things that really do hold this game down for me and a lot of people. Even though it's like this game did a lot of really great things for the franchise, and it is so loved for a reason. So there it goes.
Oh, yeah,
put it right there. But yeah, thank you all. We got past it. But next up, we have a couple of handheld titles for the GBA to go through.
Ooh.
First up is a quirky little guy, Sonic Advance. What do we think about Sonic Advance?
I love this game. This game is great.
This game's really good.
I would put it A tier.
A tier?
I don't know where though. Like,
I agree too.
A tier. I wouldn't say it's better than Sonic 2, but it's like maybe like I prefer Advance over Sonic and Knuckles.
Me too. I think it does a great job at taking the classic gameplay and implementing like modern aspects to it from the adventure games. It just did such a good job at it. I think Advance is just like the perfect like advanced version of the game. Now there is a Sonic Advance game I like more than Sonic Advance 1, but for now I think we actually can just get to that one right now, since we already have like a level on Sonic Advance. What do you think about Sonic Advance 2?
I think 2 is worse.
Me too. So,
in terms of style, like it is so stylish. Like in almost every aspect of style, it is several steps up. They have like more sprites. They have. I think this is the first game to introduce Cream, who's a really cool character.
Yeah.
She has like a really cool. Like I love the dynamic. Like she has a Chow, and she uses it to like attack enemies, and she can fly. I think Cream is a really cool playable character, and this game introduced her, which is really cool. It has like this cool mechanic where you can break the sound barrier. The sprites are really good. Like they added some more sprites, but like in terms of level design, it's kind of like in that same boat with CD. It's not as bad as CD, but like, dude, there's so many bottomless pits and confusing level design where you'll just die.
Yeah.
I would put it in B tier.
Me too. It's a B game. It's not like awful, but it is like it's not as good as the first, and like there's some other games that are better than it. But would you put it like the top of B, or would you put it like between?
I would put it below CD.
Below CD. I'm feeling between.
What do you think? What do you think?
I'm feeling between 1 and CD. I think it's a little better than CD.
Okay. Yeah.
Just a little bit better than CD in my opinion. But next up, I'm not even sure if we should count this, but I do have it. Sonic Pinball Party.
Oh yeah. I didn't really play this game, to be honest.
All right. I've played it, so I guess this is just going to be my opinion.
Yeah.
I think this game kind of bangs. I'm not even
really?
gonna... I think this is a fun little game. Like, for what it is, just a little pinball game. It's pretty fun. I'm not gonna put it on the tier list because it's just like, yeah, there are other games here, but they're like all platformers or racing games, which like along the lines of Sonic are like kind of all the same thing.
Do we want to maybe put it by Mean Bean Machine?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it like right next to Mean Bean Machine.
Yeah.
Let's put a little bit. Should we do
above?
Above? Yes, do a little bit above. It's right there at Mean Bean Machine, so it goes right there. Next up, we have another game. Now, this one is one that Ellis Mark is going to either kill me for, probably going to kill me for, because it's not going in us. Spoilers. Sonic Heroes. This game created a lot of Sonic fans. It's the first like real Sonic game, other than like the ports of Adventure 2 and stuff like that. That was on GameCube and Xbox and PS2, and like this came out around the time of Sonic Heroes. Not Sonic Heroes, sorry. Sonic Heroes came out around the time of Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes came out around the time of Sonic X, which was a hugely popular show. And all of the other ports, how big SA2 got on GameCube. It's like, it's such a popular game. It did a lot of really great things for the franchise. But I'm a little mixed on it. I think the levels are very long. I don't like the way they control. The story is significantly weaker than the other ones. It has a very playful charm to it. I know a lot of people go for like, oh, it's like made for babies. Like Sonic is for kids, but it can be enjoyed by an older audience. And this goes very heavily in the younger route, which was interesting, especially since it was going towards,
that's a good point. This game, in terms of story, it's a very big tonal shift. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, it's Jay's Reviews. What's up, dude?
Oh, Jay's Reviews is in here. What's going on, man? How's it going? Dude, I was just watching your Sonic Rivals video, and let me say, I'm so glad to see that video. It's great. If it's positive or negative, anything on Sonic Rivals is great. Keep it up, dude. You're making the best Sonic content on YouTube right now. So good. Nothing to say but hi. What's up, Jay's Reviews? You're the best, man. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. You're so good. I love you, bro. You're great. You're awesome. I love your stuff. Sorry, guys. Little fanboy moment. Go check out his stuff if you haven't. Bunch of really great in-depth reviews on Sonic games going on right now. Everything. Everything. Very well made. Go watch it. But back to...
Yeah, Jay's Reviews is like one of my bigger inspirations for starting my channel, actually.
Really good stuff. Really good stuff.
I just love that kind of content where you can just binge watch it, basically. He goes very in depth with his reviews, and I absolutely love his reviews that are like over an hour long. Like I literally will spend an afternoon and watch them.
I'm ashamed to say I've watched his 06 review like 3 times.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours long, and I've watched it like multiple times. It's really good.
Yeah, I'll put his stuff on when I'm editing sometimes.
Yeah. Perfect editing videos to watch. But back from our fanboying, we're here to talk about Heroes again. What were you saying about Heroes?
I think we were talking about like the story,
the tonal shift.
It's definitely a big tone shift from the adventure games, but I wouldn't say it's like made for babies.
Yeah,
if we're talking about like games that are made for babies, Sonic Colors and Sonic Lost World. Those games are made for babies, but we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah,
it might be controversial.
It's not a bad game.
Yeah, spoiler warning.
Heroes isn't a bad game. Yeah, but it is a significant step down from the adventure games, I think we could say.
Yeah, I would say that it's not exactly that the tone is for babies or for kids. Mm-hmm. It's more that the story is just more non-existent.
Right.
There's just not as many interactions, and when there are interactions, they're very, very shallow.
It's like the modern issue of just like the stereotypes, like Sonic, you're not gonna get away from marrying me, or just like, oh Shadow, we're about to fight because we're different types of people, and it's just like, it's like that's like just not where these characters like were last time we saw them, and this is like technically a continuation of that story. Not technically, it is, as they dive into like the clone aspect of Shadow and stuff like that. It's very flawed. I don't like how they're. It's even worse than like people might have issues with like SA1 or 2 in terms of like playing again, because it's like the same level just like with different characters. And it's just like the difficulty or put it down a bit. There's not much variety in terms of like the actual like gameplay of it. It's very repetitive. A lot of issues with the tone. And I know it seems like we're just dogging on the game nonstop, but those are genuine issues. But it's also not horrible.
I really like the team mechanic, and I think they do a really good job at making like split pathways depending on what character you choose to use. In like that split second decision time where like, okay, I could either like go up with Tails to the high path, or I can like punch through this rock with Knuckles. The first zone does a really good job with that, but then like pretty much every zone after that, it gets much more linear.
Definitely.
Like, I will say, like, Seaside Hill is one of the better Sonic first levels. Like, that is by far the best level in the game.
Yeah.
But it's kind of all downhill from there.
Right.
I think, dude, oh my gosh, the levels are so long. They're way
really
too long.
They're really long.
Bingo Highway is like
that's just a bad level
of all time. The pinball mechanic doesn't work. I was literally playing Sonic Heroes like a month or two ago. And I'm like, oh, great, like, I'm having a good time with this. And then I got to Bingo Highway, and it ruined it. Like, I couldn't get past the pinball. It took me, like, 20 entire minutes. It's impossible to control.
I feel really bad.
And then I think I finally got through it, and then I accidentally changed teammates, and Tails was, like, all the way at the bottom. So, like, I teleported back down, and I had to do everything all over again. I was so mad. I think I might have rage quit. Like, I couldn't do it.
I feel bad because Mark's in the chat now and he's watching this. I feel a little bad, but I'm not sure. What do you put
it in like B tier?
I'm feeling B tier.
I do think it does a lot of really cool things. I would love to see the team switch mechanic be more fleshed out. I think there's a lot of potential, and I like the way that it works is like just very fluid. It's like almost instant. That kind of like split second decision making when with like the obstacles is really fun, and it's utilized so well in the first level, but I wish that the other levels utilized it just as much.
If they just shorten the levels a little bit and tighten up the controls, this is a way better game. And if they found a different way, maybe spend a little more time on it to give like the other stories like different types of levels, and like they were in a different part of the world or something, and make the story just a little bit different and like add new aspects to it, I would like it a little more. But I'm feeling like a high B on it, like just a high B.
A high B? Okay, yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, I think like...
Do you think we should put it ahead of Sonic 1, or do you think we should put it like one step below?
I would put it ahead. I would put it ahead.
Alright, it's up there, Mark, okay? Yeah. It's borderline A. It's borderline
if the controls were a bit better, like that's the... Like, I want to like Sonic Heroes so much because it's like, it's such a cool game on paper, but there's just like certain aspects, like the controls, like you need... Like, it's a video game, like you have to have good controls.
Right.
You have to.
You got it.
If you screw up the controls, like, it's such a big... Like, you have to dock points for that.
Yeah. Next up, we got a handheld title. Why does it say 2A rank? Okay, we have to compromise here, alright, man? It's called teamwork. You gotta respect people, Mark. Alright? We'd do the same thing if you were here. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. But, we got Sonic Advance 3, which some people think is the worst a Sonic Advance game, and some people think is the best Sonic Advance game. What do you think about Sonic Advance 3, Chalmix?
The team mechanic is pretty cool. The hub world is kind of confusing. I remember being very confused on where to go next sometimes, and I kind of remember the game being very difficult, actually. It's been a while since I played it though, but like the team mechanic is really cool. It's very stylized. The music is great.
Yeah.
I would. Do I put it above Advance 2?
They're like neck and neck for me.
I don't think it's better than Advance 1. I think Advance 1 is my favorite.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard for me to say. What do you think?
I think it is slightly better than 2. It's definitely not 1. I still think 1's the best. But
me too.
It's still good, and I like that it tried new things. It tried to expand. It tried to do more than other platformers and like handheld games are doing and other Sonic handheld games. It tried like, if this was the last one, they wanted to do it like to the best they could, and well, maybe there were some things that could have been changed or the technology wasn't there. I still appreciate the effort, and it is unique, and it did try different things. It wasn't just 1 and 2 again, you know, which is really cool. But I'm feeling like low A, high B. Not sure what you think.
I agree. I don't know which one though.
Yeah.
Like,
we're not gonna do minuses.
Would you say it's better than Heroes?
I think it's. I hope Mark's not in the chat for this. I hope he's playing Fortnite right now, sipping his orange juice. So I'm going to go low A. I'm gonna go like right below Sonic R.
Okay.
I'm gonna go right below it. Right below it. All right. Hopefully he's not.
Okay.
He's good.
I can agree.
Now this is an unpopular opinion I'm about to express. I've never said this before. Maybe this is an opinion a lot of people have. We're about to talk about Shadow the Hedgehog. And I'm just going to say right now, I think Shadow the Hedgehog is better than Sonic Heroes.
Ooh.
Now,
Ooh.
Now, I know that's an unpopular opinion, and I'm not just saying that to be different or contrarian, because there are some bad games I do genuinely dislike. But I don't know. I think it controls a little better than Heroes, in my opinion. I'm not sure what you think about Shadow. Now,
it has a lot of the same control problems for me. I can't really put my finger on which one is better. My gut feeling tells me Sonic Heroes controls a little bit better. But I will say that they're very similar. Like, a lot of the control issues are very similar.
Mm-hmm. The biggest issue with me is the story. It's not necessarily like the story. It's like the multiple stories. Like
how they present the story.
Mm-hmm. And how you have to play it over and over and over again, and you might not have to play a lot of levels that you like. And if you don't like any of the levels, well, you're just not going to play the game anymore. You're just going to go play something else or do something else with your day. That's the biggest issue, and that's what I think is holding back the game a lot. Mark is watching. Fuck. Okay, maybe better than Heroes is an exaggeration. I'm not just saying that because Mark is in here now, but I'm saying, like, that is a big issue. I think is even worse than the Heroes issue of playing, like, different, like, stories from, like, different character perspectives. Like, at least you get, like, different cutscenes and, like, different controls, different characters, but there's also some corny stuff I just love in it. I love that the characters curse. It's a bad move for the franchise and business and, like, brand recognition and stuff like that, but I think it's hilarious. And
Shadow's a very funny game. Like, I think that game is absolutely hilarious. Like, I love it in the most ironic sense of the word.
Yeah.
But, like, I still like it though. Like, it's still, like, kind of genuine because of that. I don't know, like, it's a bad game, but, like, it's it sticks out so much. Like, it's such an unforgettable experience because of just how weird it is. It's such a weird game. Yeah. Like, the fact that it exists is just hilarious to me.
Right.
And, like, I kind of love it because of that.
That is the biggest thing. And I just, like, I'm looking at the tier list we got right now, and it's just, I don't look at it as a D game. Because, like...
No.
Look at the other stuff that's in D, but I'm also like, I'm looking at C and I'm like, yeah, this is kind of where I think it belongs, you know?
I would put it either high C or low B.
Yeah. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Are you guys, we're trying to pick between
what does Chad think about Shadow?
And C. Are we thinking, just like, it doesn't even have to be B or C. Like, out of everything we have here, what do you think about Shadow? Like, where would you guys put Shadow?
Will be S tier. It's a masterpiece.
Let's see. B, C, 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 C. I'm seeing a lot of C's. No.
Yeah. I could agree with that. I would put it above 3D Blast. Like, I would rather play Shadow
definitely
than 3D Blast, just because it's such a funny game. It's like it's an experience.
Yeah, now more things are coming in. Yeah, now it's blowing up now. Yeah, it's C. Everybody's saying C.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a C game. But this next one, I think we finally have like another like, not finally. We've been getting a lot of praise to these games. Sonic Rush for the DS think is so freaking good. I love this game like a lot.
I would put it above. It's like around that Sonic 2, Sonic Advance type space for me.
I put it right above Sonic Advance. I think it's a little bit better than Sonic Advance. I love Blaze. I love the boost mechanic. I love how they utilize the dual screen. It was the perfect game to do that with. It just utilized the DS perfectly. I love the models. The models are like, a lot of people don't like them. I think I was watching Jay's reviews, back to him, his video on that like a couple of days ago, and like I know that there's like a lot of criticism that comes like with the Sonic Rush models. I just think it has like a lot of charm to it. I really like it. I love Sonic Rush. I think it's great. I think it's one of the best Sonic games out there. It's super underrated. I think there's another game in that series that's a little more underrated. So you want to put it between 2 and Advance, or do you want to put it like above 2? I'm not sure where you're standing on it.
That's a good question. I really like this game, and I could see it going above 2. But does it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's put it above 2.
All right.
This game is awesome. I love this game.
There we go. Oh, get in your spot, buddy. There you go. All right. There we go. There's that. Next up, we're headed into the 15th anniversary, everybody. But we're not to 06 just yet. We'll get to 06. But we got Sonic Riders, the first real Sonic racing game.
Dude, this game rocks, dude. I love this game.
This is good. This is a good game.
It's such a good game.
It's really good.
It's like one of the, like, when I think of Sonic, like, Sonic Riders is one of the games that I always think of. Like, it's just such a Sonic styled racing game. Like, this is the best Sonic racing game.
Yeah, it is. The presentation, the art style, it's just fun. Once you get a hold of like the controls, it's just a fun time. The characters, I love the Babylon Rogues. When I was a kid, I didn't really like them, but then like I got a little older and like watched the cutscenes and just like, these guys are fun. You know, I like their dynamic. They're goofy and like
they play off each other really well. They have like good dynamics with the other characters. They're like very antagonistic towards them.
Definitely.
They make for like some good fun scenarios between like the other characters.
Definitely.
And like the story is pretty good, like for a racing game. It's pretty good.
They went the extra mile. I love this game story. I made a video on Sonic Riders that actually got like decently big.
I watched it.
Yeah.
And I agree with like pretty much everything you say in it. It's
so good.
It's a really good game. I think like at the time that it came out, it like the cutscenes were the best in the series. In terms of animation and
the expressions,
like, facial expressions. They're so good.
So good. We're putting this in A, right? We're definitely putting this in A.
Definitely A tier.
Definitely A.
I would put it like high A tier. I'm not sure like where in between though.
I think we should put it between Advance and Knuckles. That's kind of where I'm.
Okay.
I'm feeling.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
I can agree with that.
All right. Can put it there.
Yeah, just because it's a spin-off game. It's not like...
Right. We can't put it like above SA2 and Rush, you know?
Yeah.
It's not there, but it's still really freaking good. But here we go. Oh my... We're in the dark age now, guys. We're in it. We're like deep in it. Oh gosh. Now you guys... This is where it becomes interesting. Because if you know me... If you know me... I love Sonic 06 like a lot. It's like my favorite game ever. It's fun. It's entertaining. I love it a lot. But if you've watched my videos where I talk about it, I am objective with it. Nobody can say I'm biased. I'm not a biased person. All right.
The first video on my channel is about Sonic 06 and like why
Yeah.
it at least tried to do something. It tried. It didn't exactly succeed, but it definitely tried. There was so much ambition in it. It was back when they made Sonic games and they were trying to be AAA games.
Exactly.
I can't really like pretty much any Sonic game, actually Unleashed. But besides Unleashed, like every Sonic game to come after, like just doesn't feel like a AAA game.
Yeah.
You know?
This game is like, let me just out of the way, let me talk about what I love about it. First off, Sonic, like as Sonic's story, each story, Sonic's story is really great to me. I love it. I think it's fun. I love his levels. I think Kingdom Valley is one of the best Sonic levels. You can fight me over that. I think it's really good.
That level is beautiful.
Crisis City is really great. I think Wave Ocean's a great first level. It just shows you the ropes of what you're gonna have to deal with like through the rest of the game with Sonic. The bosses are a little weak. I'll give you that. The bosses are a little weak.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, one of my favorite parts of anything is story. And I don't think this game has a really great story. It's not very cohesive. But it's not all like mediocre, because I think this has one of the best Sonic the Hedgehog stories out there. And it's not like it's the whole story, but I do think Shadow's story as a whole and his character arc is the best. Like character arc.
Best. It's actually the best. It's so good.
It's perfect. Like if they needed to like follow, that's how they should have followed up SA2. Like that's how you do it. Like because you can't really take Shadow anywhere, and they found a way to do it. Like coming to like the circumstance of like what happens after that. Like
exactly.
Where do you go like with a person of all that power and like who's gone through all that trauma? It's just perfect. And like Shadow's not an evil asshole. He's not a jerk. He's just reserved. And that's really what he was.
He's trying to reinsert himself back into society and like prove to humanity that like he means well now. And he's trying like the whole story is about like how like humanity doesn't trust him, and he's trying to do good and prove to humanity that like he's fighting for them.
Exactly.
Because of the events of Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, they didn't trust him. Mephiles tries to like get him to join forces with him. He tries to convince him that like humanity is out to get him. But like even after hearing that, like he like doesn't care, and like it's such a good character arc. It's like literally like the only place it's kind of bad because like after such a good character arc, like how do you follow up with it? Like I don't blame Shadow for not being that good anymore, because that game like just answered like anything else that could really be said about that character.
I see Victor in the chat saying Mephiles is MVP. I see Yellow Lad saying Mephiles over Infinite. Mephiles is a great character, and just like I know like we're now in like that era of like we want a sympathetic villain who like we can understand their motivation, but it's just like I also love a character where they're so far off the rails, like to where they're just interesting to watch. And Mephiles is just an agent of chaos, and it's just like he's not Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. He's Heath Ledger's Joker. He's just like he wants chaos and he wants to see the world burn. Like that's who Mephiles is, and it makes for one of the most intriguing Sonic villains ever. And he's great. I love him. Solaris is just Mephiles and Iblis combined, so that doesn't really matter. And Iblis is just a giant fire monster, you know? Mephiles is the real antagonist of the game. Eggman isn't even the real antagonist, if you think about it. Yeah, he does evil shit, but at the end of the day, like, Mephiles is the real antagonist of this game. I love Blaze's and Silver's dynamic, even if Silver doesn't have a great overall story. He does have a really good story in terms of his character arc, but in terms of, like, the story, it's not all that great.
There's one thing about Silver that I really dislike, like, not that I dislike, but I dislike that other people dislike, is, like, you know, people complain about Silver and, like, you know, he's whiny, he's weak, but, like, it's kind of a coming of age, like, coming to power type story where, like, he's supposed to be this vulnerable person who, you know, he ends up, like, becoming the hero at the end, and he's like the underdog, and you root for him the entire time.
It's great.
I think he's a good character.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Sonic 06.
I'm feeling low B.
Low B. I can agree. Yeah.
I'm not, like, if it was me...
It is a very flawed game.
If it was, like, we're having goofs and gaffs and just, like, throwing shit at the wall, not trying to be objective, I'd put this in S, if we're being honest, guys. But, like, you know how I am. I do try to be objective with my opinions and not try to let bias control what I say. And that's just how I feel about Sonic 06. I am seeing C's, I'm seeing D's, but, guys, I'm feel like there's a lot of really good stuff about this game that no other Sonic game has been able to do. I'm feeling high C to low B, so I'm gonna put it at low B.
Low B. Okay. Low B. Yeah, I can agree with that.
It's in the middle of the road, guys. All right. It's not like I know B might sound high to you, but if we're looking at like the tier list, it's just S, A, B, C, D. So it is the lowest of the middle. So I love it. I'm just putting it there. I'm seeing some B's and A's. I'm putting it in low B. But next up, oh boy. Okay, we're not there just yet. We have Sonic Rivals 1 for the PSP.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have kind of different opinions on these games. I don't really like the Rivals series that much. Mm-hmm. It's not terrible, though. They're not that bad. I would put them, like, in C tier, personally.
I agree with Sonic Rivals 1 being in C. I'm feeling, like, right under Shadow. Are you feeling?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm feeling right under Shadow with Sonic Rivals 1. Now, however, Sonic Rivals 2... Well, I'm sure you probably don't like it that much. I love Sonic Rivals 2. I think
I can admit that it's better than the first one. So like maybe like a low B. Well, what do you think?
I'm feeling a low B. I'm feeling
low B, like under 06?
Yeah. I'm feeling that too. It's just like I think it plays a little better. I love the bosses. I love the card collecting. I love the stories that they have and just like the character dynamics, who they pair each character up with. It's so good, and it just makes like for such an interesting dynamic. And the fact that you actually can hear the characters talk adds to it as well, with like the PSP being a little more advanced than DS. So,
right.
I really like Sonic Rivals 2. I know it's not going so high because we do have to find middle grounds and like also just be objective because it's it's not a masterpiece. But it's very different.
They're all right. I think that there is fun to be had with them.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we have another game coming up. I'm not sure what you think about this one, actually. Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Yeah. So this game I don't love. I know. Unpopular opinion. I don't love Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Really? You don't like this?
Wow. Not really.
Well,
I was just joking. Like that. That's a very popular opinion. I think Sonic and the Secret Rings is a C tier.
C tier?
The thing is that like the game just doesn't control. It just doesn't control unless you like almost complete the game and get all the upgrades. Then it controls good, and it's such a bad decision to unlock to have good controls locked behind progression.
Yeah, definitely.
If Sonic started off the game with like his movement and turning speed and all that, I feel like I would have a different opinion of the game. But like the fact that they lock good controls behind progression is like one of the most. It's like such a dumb decision.
What puts this game in like the mid C's for me?
Mid C. Okay. I think the story is good. I like the story. I like the music.
The story would have been pretty solid, except for when Sonic says, "I wish for a mountain of handkerchiefs. So when you cry, you'll have some handkerchiefs to help get you through it." That's one of the worst lines I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
But so it's bad. It's not that.
Above.
It's not good.
Above Shuffle, maybe.
That's exactly where I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Put it right there. Alrighty.
Okay.
C's the front runner right now for having the most games, but maybe that can change right now because this next game is one that I love like a lot, and I think is better than the first, just a little bit. I don't think it's the popular opinion. I think people like the first one more, but Sonic Rush Adventure.
Yeah, I would put the first one above personally.
Yeah, I think this game's an A.
I would put it A.
I would
put it like low A, maybe above Advanced 3.
Yeah.
Would you put it a little higher?
I'd put it... How do we feel about putting it right above R?
Right above R? Okay.
Just right there.
How about Sonic and Knuckles? Do you think Sonic and Knuckles is better than Rush 2?
I think it's all about cohesion. Yeah. It's a little bit better. It's a little bit about cohesion because like well, I love the water, like the ski, what's it called? Jet skis, there you go. Well, I love that. I know it does like hinder a lot of people's enjoyment of it, like a lot. A lot of people can't get the hang of it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like Marine the Raccoon, which I can understand. But I think it's solid. I do think it's an A game. I don't think it's bad by any means. I think it's really good, in fact. It's just not as good as like some others on here, which I don't think it's abnormal to say. So, yeah, what are you guys thinking about Sonic? I want to know this. I don't know what a lot of people think about this game. What do you guys think about Rush Adventure? Put like your letter grade in here. I just want to hear what you guys have to say. Seeing B.
Yeah, I really don't see too many people talk about this game. It's like every once in a while. Rush Adventure is B. Rush is better. Yeah.
Seeing A.
Like a low A. Yeah. Low A.
Seeing S, B, B, A. Yeah, I think a lot of people agree. Seeing a lot of A's. Yeah, alright. Awesome. Glad to know what you guys think.
Oh, did we skip Sonic Battle?
Or
do we not have it on?
I don't think I had it on here, which is a mistake on my part. I've never played it. But
oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry about Battle, guys. I'll try to get
I would put it, I think real quick, I would probably put it in like B if we did have it. Yeah. Somewhere in B. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I've never played it, but I hear it's really good. Alright, next up, we have another Sonic Riders game. Now, I'm just going to say I don't like this Zero Gravity nearly as much as the first one.
Yeah.
All aspects of it, I think, are a little weak. Compared to the first. Yeah. Compared to the first.
Not as good. Yeah, not as good as the first. It's pretty decent, though. I would say, like, mid-B.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe right below Fighters.
Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Right below Fighters.
Oh, actually, I would put it below. I would put it below 06, maybe.
Oh wow. Yeah, it is weak. It is a little weak. Yeah.
A little weak. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good spot. Yeah.
You would say it's better than Rivals 2?
I would. It's a little better.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's just like. It is just like every part of it's a step down from the first, but it's not bad though. It's just like it didn't like improve upon anything from the first. It just like it implemented a new element. It just like didn't really do anything to progress it that far. It's not bad. It did
the bare minimum to advance the series.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not bad. It's just like it's just not as good as the first at all. Yeah, it's like Diet Sonic Riders, if that makes any sense. It's Diet Sonic Riders. Alright, next up we got... Oh, here we go. I like this game, and I feel a little ashamed of it. I want to know what you think, because I know a lot of people hate this thing. Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood for the Nintendo DS.
Oh, no. I don't like this game.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you like it though, right? Like, what are
It's
some of
not.
your favorite aspects?
I like. Okay, it's not a good RPG story. There are better RPGs out there, but in terms of Sonic, there's like, compared to a lot of the stuff we've got, like, this is like pretty great, and like for Sonic standards. It tried new things. Yeah, the Chow are kind of ugly in this game, but hey, they're Chow. Everything's kind of ugly in this game, actually.
Yeah, I think everything is kind of ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonic is really weird looking in that game.
I appreciate that it has a story, and you know what? For a Sonic story, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad for a Sonic story. It's just
What
that
about the music?
the music is also fits into that ugly category because it's some of the worst stuff I've heard in my life. Bump, don't, that's like what the game's soundtrack sounds like. It sounds like a car turning on and off. It's just awful. Um, what do you guys think? I'm seeing D's and C's. Low C.
I would put it in D, but
I think it's a D game.
where would you put it?
I think it's a D game, unfortunately. There's so many redeeming qualities of it, I feel, partially, but it's just not that good.
Maybe high D.
High D. Can we put it like the top of D?
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do top of D. I'm sorry, guys. No, everybody's saying D. I don't know why I'm saying sorry. Xpool says S.
That's here.
Yeah. We'll be getting to S soon, I think. Hopefully. Maybe. Alright, next up, we got... Oh my gosh, I love this game so much. Sonic Unleashed! Let's go. Sonic Unleashed.
I like this game, but it's not the masterpiece that Twitter will have you believe.
Correct.
There's a lot of flaws to it that people just flat out ignore.
Yeah.
We
played this game on stream. You were here, and we were witnessing like the worst aspect of it together, which was everybody's saying S.
It's not S. It's not S.
Spoilers. It's not S. It's going to be high, but
it'll be A. I would put it in A, but it's
going to be an A.
There's so many flaws to it. Like, you can't just ignore the fact that the majority of the game is the Werehog.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is replaying levels and collecting medals.
The only way, no matter what you do, you have to go back to collect medals. Like, no matter how hard you try.
Yeah. I remember, you were playing it, and you played it, like, several times before, and you know about the medal collecting system. So, like, you were purposely going out of your way to get medals, and you still had to go back and get them.
Yeah. Like, you have to scrape... Like, you have to play the Werehog the most, no matter what. Because the ones that require you to get the medals the most is, like, I think Jungle Joyride. You need the medals for that to, like, continue, like, the most. And the thing with that, like, is you, in order to get the most sun medals, you have to play Werehog levels.
Werehog, yep.
And you have to scrape every part of the level. Break every barrel, every box, under every corner, behind every tree. No matter what, you have to, like, play the Werehog levels, like, all of that. But we got to talk about the good parts. The story is pretty solid. The character development and arcs, pretty solid. The animation, the graphics.
Very good. Yeah.
Now, currently, in 2021, the gameplay's better than ever. It's, like, how it should have been played. It runs good for modern hardware now. What else? The Sonic levels are great.
Oh, yeah, the Sonic levels they're fantastic. I would say, though, that, like, the Werehog really bogs it down. Like, I would literally rather play the mech levels from SA2 than the Werehog. Like, at least you can go kind of fast.
Yeah,
and you're not,
I can see that.
You're not stopped by invisible walls and, like, forced to clear out dozens of enemies, you know?
I don't think the game's bad, and I know that Twitter thinks this game is the second coming of Christ right now.
Yeah.
And I love this game, too. But it's not us, guys. I'm sorry. It's like...
I would put it low A.
Low A?
Yeah. I would put it below Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Below Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That's tough. I would put it right behind Sonic, like, Rush.
Sonic Rush?
Are you feeling like... maybe between Advance and Outriders is like a middle ground.
Okay, yeah. I can agree with that.
Alright, let's put it right there. Alright, guys. I'm seeing more people saying A. I hope that's a good compromise for the chat. I hope you guys aren't too mad that we're putting it there. It goes right there.
Are we kind of lumping the Wii version in with it too?
Yeah. It's just lumped in.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. So that's Unleashed, guys. It's still pretty high. Now, what do you think?
I cannot believe how many people are saying S. I cannot believe it.
Now that I'm looking at the games that are in S, yeah, it's not S. This is a very pristine.
I just can't believe like how many people have turned around with this game. It's insane.
I wouldn't say it's like a turnaround. There are people who probably have turned around, but I think it's that the people who grew up with this game are like younger and now they have social media and can talk about the fact that they really like the game. Or at least their voices are now larger on social media than they were a couple years ago.
Right.
So that's why that's where I think it comes from. But yeah, that's just where I stand with it. But next up, we got another entry, not just any, which is the final entry in the storybook series, Sonic and the Black Knight. What do you think about this one, man?
This one is pretty decent. Especially compared to Secret Rings, it's a huge step up. Mm-hmm. It's a very short and sweet story. The gameplay is all right. You can like move around with the analog stick, which is like just a game changer.
Yeah.
Having to tilt the Wiimote is just the worst.
Yeah.
But like you can actually control your character. Sometimes it's difficult because like the shaking the Wiimote doesn't always register a hit sometimes, like it's a bit finicky. But like when you like get into the groove and like you get it to work, it feels pretty good to go fast in.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But yeah, it's a little bit gimmicky, I guess.
It's also really short.
I put it like high B.
Me too. Yeah. Are you feeling like above 06 or?
That's a good question. Like I personally like 06 more.
Mm-hmm. So like, I think like between 06 and Zero Gravity. I think that would be
okay, low B.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot. There we go. All right. Next up, we have the 2010s, which kicked off with Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. I love this one. This one's a pretty good.
Solid game. Yeah, pretty much all of the Sonic kart racing games besides Drift are pretty solid.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second. I got a donation from Dylan. How's it going, man? Thanks for the £2. Black Knight is the GOAT. Wouldn't say it's a GOAT. GOAT means greatest of all time. But it's a really good game. It's pretty fun. It's solid game. Yeah, I like it a lot. Thanks so much for your donation. It really goes a long way. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks everybody who's donated tonight. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you. It helps me out a lot. But yeah, pretty fun. Really fun game. I'm not sure if you like this more than Riders or R, but I think it's pretty fun. Solid, consistent, entertaining, nice variety of characters. Tracks are pretty cool. Design of them are really cool.
Yeah, I would put it above Riders Zero Gravity.
Mm-hmm.
But I do prefer Sonic R and the original Sonic Riders. I would put it in B tier somewhere.
B tier? Would you put it like above Advance 2?
I would put it like in between Black Knight and Zero Gravity.
Oh wow, okay. How am I feeling on this? I like this game a lot. I think it's really good.
You want to put it up a little bit higher?
I think a lot of these games in B are very flawed, but are still really fun. I don't know a lot of flaws with this game. I can't really speak of any. I don't like it more than Riders 1. But I do like it more.
The thing with this game is that like there's basically no story mode.
Yeah, it's like a
like if you're comparing it to like Sonic Riders, like there's no story mode.
Yeah.
The fact that they're in cars is definitely a downgrade. Like I feel like the hoverboards were just the perfect vehicle for Sonic characters. Like if you're gonna put Sonic in a vehicle or like on something, having him on a hoverboard was like the perfect thing, and then like putting him back in a car just felt like such a downgrade.
I'm feeling A. I feel like the lowest of A.
Most of A.
I,
In terms of like the other racing games, like would you say this is your favorite one?
no, there's Transform's the best Sonic racing game, but
Transformed. I could maybe put Transformed in A. I would say
A.
this one is like
All right,
maybe like a high B.
high
Maybe a
B.
high B for this one.
You think
And then like
like
some of
how
the
about like right next to
like
like
a
Fighters or something?
fighter. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, let's put it like right there. All right, there we go, guys.
Okay.
All right, so all right, here we go. This is probably gonna be a negative one. Sonic 4 Episode 1. I don't think this is awful.
Like,
I don't think it's
this
the
is kind of
worst.
an unpopular opinion, but like I kind of like this game a little bit. Like it's fun. Does it live up to the name Sonic 4? Absolutely not. If it was some other name, I feel like if it was literally any other name,
wasn't it gonna be called like Sonic the Portable or something? I thought that.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, it was something. It definitely was not Sonic 4. Whoever like went into this like this could be the next Sonic 4, baby. This is definitely was like to like oh make money. But it's not awful. It's not like horrible. But there's bad stuff in here.
Yeah.
It's just it's such a C. Are you feeling C?
I would put like a high C. Yeah, high C.
Yeah. Are you gonna put it above or in front of like? Wait, that's the same thing. Above or behind Sonic?
Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow.
I feel like I would rather play Shadow.
Alright.
I would put it right behind Shadow.
Alright, that's a solid spot for it. Alright. This next game, though, I know this is... Oh, wait, no. No, we're not there yet. We're at, Here we go, guys. Sonic 4 Episode... Oh, wait, no, I just said that. Sonic Free Riders. The last in the Sonic Riders series. The Kinect game.
S.
Alright.
S.
Put it above Sonic Adventure, why not?
Yeah.
Put it right there.
It really just... It was so innovative, man. They had, like, full body tracking.
Different than any other game that's ever existed before. It really just evolution. Like
it was Roger's first Sonic gig, I think, right?
Yeah. Everybody's favorite Sonic VA. Everybody's.
Yeah.
Alright. Sonic Colors. What do you think about Sonic Colors, man?
I think Sonic Colors is kind of mid.
Yeah.
I don't really... So, I made a video not too long ago about, like, the game that made me leave the series.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was Sonic Colors. I ended up... I was a huge Sonic fan for, like, my entire life. I was following every game very closely. I would play every game, like, as soon as it came out. But, like, Colors just really put me off to this series. And I'm not saying it's a bad game, but, like, I had this whole, like, crisis where it's like, man, like, this game is such a step back from, like, everything that came out before it. Like, I wanted to see the series advance, but instead we saw it regress. The story became more simple. The gameplay became more simple.
I think...
And, like,
yeah.
the tone was so childish that I was kind of embarrassed to play it. Like,
the writing's insufferable. It's the worst.
For me, like, this game seems like it was made for actual children. And, like, so I like, stopped playing Sonic games for a long time because of this game, actually. But, like, in terms of, like, looking at it objectively today, like, it's not a bad game. It's decent.
It's the definition of a B game for me. It's like, it did what it needed to do to get Sonic's back on his feet. But if you look back on it now, there's nothing remarkable about it. The story's really bad. There's no character development. Nothing.
The gameplay, very 2D.
It's very 2D and it's very blocky platforming. I know a lot. Like, I remember Baylina Productions, like, back in the day, saying this game was just like not it. You know, it was just like it wasn't like and now people finally agree. But honestly, I made a video about this when I hit 10. I think the game's a little overhated. I don't think it's bad. I just think
it's not bad.
I think just Generations, which we'll get to in a bit, just blew it out of the water.
Yeah.
So
I would put it in like high C, but you're saying like low B.
I'm feeling low B.
Okay.
I don't think it's like
I would put it above 06.
All right.
Because I feel like Sonic Colors was kind of the damage control for Sonic 06 and Unleashed.
Yeah.
And I'd put it like in like above 06 like that.
Yeah. Do we have our next S rank coming up? Do you agree?
Generations?
Yeah.
Yes. Dude, Generations is like, it's so fun, man. Like, this game was just like
the most replayable Sonic game ever. Like, you play this. They
found the peak boost formula gameplay with this game.
Definitely.
It's like the most replayable. Like, it's not very long. It's very replayable, and it's like so focused on like improving your times. It's so like non-linear. There's so many different branching pathways. I love this game.
This game is great. I love this thing so much.
Yeah, I would put it right behind Adventure.
Yep. It goes right there. Yep.
Yeah, the story isn't too intricate, but like it doesn't have to be. It's kind of like the same situation as like Sonic Heroes, where like it's not trying to do an intricate story. And like it succeeds in what it tries to do. Like it doesn't need to be an intricate story. It's just like a goofy little like nod and like, hey, you guys remember Sonic?
Yeah.
Remember Sonic?
Exactly.
Well, this is there's all the things, you know. Like if the game were serious, like how would they do that, you know? Like if you think of it like that, like how would they make this a serious story?
Yeah, it
would
didn't
be so
need
cheesy to like shoehorn in all these things and then like take yourself seriously, you know?
You can tell at the beginning they wanted to go a little further with the story. Like even like to post, like when they were animating and stuff, like it was still like Chemical Plant, like they still wanted to go places with it, but by after Chemical Plant, they just stopped trying. They just like it's just not like they went in the level for Chemical Plant and they're like, what's going on here? And it's just like, oh, it's solved already, and we're just gonna try to find these emeralds, and then we're gonna take down Eggman.
You just meet the characters.
Yeah, I was expecting like a bigger mystery and something a little further. I thought like a mystery would have been like a cool little way to go with it, but they didn't. And like maybe it was because of time constraints. It probably was because this game was made in like a couple months. It's a miracle this game is as good as it is, but it is. It's really freaking good. It's so good.
And like considering the mods too, like the external sources, like this game is so moddable. Like, there's channels dedicated to showing off mods to this game. Like
I watched Kobe's like Mod Mondays every Monday as a kid. There's a reason channels like Volcamia's Sonic Central is so popular. It's just such a great mod game. It's so good.
Yeah.
This is like the defining game for Sonic's 2010. It just sucks that it ended so soon. But next up we got Sonic 4 Episode 2, which came out the following year. What do you think about this one? I think it's better than the first one. I think this game's pretty solid all around.
So, yeah, Sonic 4 Episode 2, like, I actually prefer the first one.
Oh,
and
wow.
I know that's a very unpopular opinion. I do think that, like, most aspects are better in the second one. But I think that the gameplay is better in the first game. I think the gameplay is better. And, like, that is kind of the most important thing for me. But, like, everything else is better in the second one. There's just something about like the way that the momentum works in the first game. You're able to like use your homing attack and like instantly gain a ton of momentum, and it felt really good to move around in that game.
Yeah.
But Sonic 4 Episode 2 kind of made it. They like really weakened the homing attack.
Yeah.
And like the momentum was a little bit different. Like it's like a very small change. But like if we put Episode 2 above the first one, like I can understand why. I feel like probably like my unbiased opinion, like if I'm trying to be objective, like it probably is better than the first one.
I'm seeing in the chat flat out C, but I'm also seeing a lot of low B.
Low B. I would probably keep it in C tier.
I would put it like literally just right above the first one. I wouldn't even put it above Shadow.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, that's a good rating, I think.
Just put it right there.
We got 2 rows going on now.
We got a good one. We got a good one coming up. This might be an S rank, but I also think it might be an A rank for you or a B rank. I have no idea. What do you think about Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed?
Very, very, very solid racing game. Although, like I said, I don't prefer them to be in cars. Like, I like kart racers. Like, Mario Kart is fun. Garfield Kart, best game ever.
Garfield
Kart racers are fun, and this one is probably the best Sonic kart racer.
Mm-hmm.
I would put it in A rank.
I'm not sure if chat's gonna agree with me. I think this is an S rank. I think this is one of the best racing games ever. I think this is so good. I think this is so good. I think in terms of a video game, this just hits everything. This just does everything it needs to. It's so creative. It's so diverse. The characters you can choose from, the maps, the way it like evolutionized the gameplay. It's just so good. I love it. I'm not sure if you would put it in S, but I think it's an S. I'm seeing a lot of S's.
I would personally put it in like high A, just because seeing Sonic and Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed above like SA2 and Sonic Rush and Sonic 2 is just kind of jarring to me. Like, I would put it above. Like, I still like the thing is like I like Sonic Riders more than All-Star Racing Transformed.
Mm-hmm.
So like I would put it in like the low A. Like, it's better than Sonic R, definitely. Sonic R is pretty flawed.
I put it like right behind Sonic 2.
Sonic 2, okay, yeah, I can see that. Like, I will say that like it's like it is the most flawless of the racing games. It doesn't have that style of Sonic Riders
exactly,
but it definitely like has the edge in terms of like polish and just like
it's just fun.
Being a fun video game.
Yeah.
Like, Sonic Riders is a little bit janky kind of sometimes, and there's like a weird learning curve to it. But like Sonic All-Stars Transformed is like just really solid. It just everything like makes sense. It's super polished. There's like just a ton of content in it. So I would put it high A like that.
What do you think about the next mainline Sonic game that came out after Sonic Generations, Sonic Lost World?
Sonic Lost World is such a weird game in like a not good way.
Yeah.
Where like Shadow is a really weird game in a really good way.
Yeah.
It's like kind of the opposite. Like, I appreciate that they tried to do something kind of out there, and I think that like they were almost onto something, but they tried to emulate Mario too much, and they kind of forgot Sonic's identity in this game.
This game gives me big Sonic Heroes energy in terms of like there was a successful gameplay style that before it, then they wanted to do something different. The art style's different, the tone's different.
Yeah.
The story's, what it is. And this is worse than Heroes actually. In terms of story.
I would it's B tier at best.
Yeah. But like low B.
I would say like low B. Like I could even maybe see like a high C tier. Maybe.
What are you guys thinking? I'm seeing high C. I'm seeing a lot of C. I think we should
below Heroes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should just put it like above Shadow.
C tier above Shadow?
Yeah, just like the tippity top of C.
Yeah.
Alright. We're approaching the end, guys. We're almost there. Wow. but we got a shitload of crap before us though. Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Here we are. Let me be honest. I played through this game recently. I don't think this is the worst thing ever made. I don't think this is awful. It's bad. It's really bad. It's really bad. It's not good. But it's just so, like, they didn't try, and there wasn't anything special about it. And the lag was really bad, too. And,
yeah, I feel like they wanted to try, but they kind of couldn't. Like, I feel like Sega really screwed them over. But, like, nonetheless, the game is very broken. And
I'm seeing people saying low C, but also a lot of D's. Like, a lot of D's.
I see Velkamia said probably the worst in terms of 3D Sonic games. And I can agree with that. Definitely, like, low C. I'm thinking, like, around the area of the Game Gear games.
Are you guys feeling low C? Do you guys think it's on the level of Chronicles and the Game Gear titles?
Here's the real question. Is it better or worse than Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine?
Yeah. I'm trying to see what you guys think.
A lot of people saying D.
Yeah, Kobe did flush. He couldn't even flush this game down the toilet. It wouldn't even take it. I remember the game didn't work. Then he tried to break it. The game wouldn't break. Then he tried to flush it down the toilet and wouldn't flush it down the toilet.
I would put it like below Mean Bean Machine.
Oh, obviously, yeah. Oh, for sure. I'm feeling like at the very bottom of...
Very, very bottom, like the last one of C tier.
The very bottom of C.
Yeah, I think that there's definitely some undeniably decent aspects, like the animation.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of it. Actually, the gameplay's not good.
The story's bad, but it's not as bad as the Warren and Craft games are. Those games are just It's not a good story, but it's still better than other stuff. It's just slow. It's mundane. It's not interesting, but it's not like I'd much rather play it over like a Game Gear game, you know, or Chronicles. So, there's that. But there's also Shattered Crystal. Where do you stand on Shattered Crystal?
I haven't played it. Like the handheld ones, I haven't played.
The deal with Shattered Crystal.
Apparently, it's all right, right?
Fire and Ice is all right. Shattered Crystal is not good either. It's not nearly as bad as Rise of Lyric, but Shattered Crystal is just... I don't know how to say it. It's just like... It's so repetitive. The levels are huge. They're so long. You have to collect everything. It's a collect-a-thon. It just ignores what a Sonic game is, which is like what also Rise of Lyric did, but it's just like this game tried to be a Sonic game, but also tried to break away from it. It's just such a bland game. It's not awful, but it's just so bland. People are saying low C, and I agree.
Low C.
Yeah, I'm feeling
worse than Lost World.
Oh yeah.
Is it worse than Rise of Lyric?
No, but it's like.
Put it above?
I'm feeling I'm feeling Secret Rings
game.
level. I'm feeling like right behind Secret Rings. It's not the worst, but it's like not good either. People are saying it wasn't that great. $40? It was $40? Wow. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think that's how much 3DS games were. Like new ones. $40.
Low C. Yeah, I put it at low C. It's going at low C. Alright. Next up is another Sonic Boom game. Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. Now, you said you haven't played this, right?
I haven't played any of the handheld ones. I heard one of the handheld games. I think it's this one. It's like it's like pretty alright.
This game is, I'll say it's good. It's good. It's not bad. It gets rid of all the issues that Shattered Crystal had. Yeah, there are items to collect, but it's not mandatory for you to progress in the game. It has that fast-paced energy. It's like a Genesis game-ish, you know. It has a faster feature. It has a boost-ish mechanic in it. You can play as like all the characters, which is really nice. It has a slightly better story. It's interesting. It's like a licensed game. It's a Sonic. It was made after the cartoon aired, and it knew what Sonic Boom was when this game came out. So it was like that. It was like an episode of Sonic Boom that you could also play. And I liked I'm blanking on the character's name, the little robot. What's the character's name, guys? The robot? Fire and Ice robot dude. What was it? It wasn't Lyric. It was a Mimic? Was that his name? Who is it?
I have no idea.
Does anybody in the chat know?
Defect?
Defect. Yeah, that's him. Defect. Yeah, thanks guys. You guys got it. Yeah, I made a video on it. It's a low B. It's a low B.
Okay.
It's like right above. It's right above Rivals 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's pretty good. It's pretty alright. Next up, I think we have another Esser. I think this is really good. Sonic Mania.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definite S rank.
Above Three Knuckles or behind?
I personally like Mania more.
I do too. I think it's better.
Yeah.
I like Mania a lot.
I would put it behind Generations, above 3. Yeah. I think it's just such a... Like, the game has so much flow.
It does. It's just so good. It's so good. Everybody's saying yes. I don't even see an A in here. It's so good. Sonic Mania. What you can even say about it?
Especially considering Sonic Mania Plus, like with all the DLC, like the complete game. Like it's Sonic Mania's S tier for sure.
S tier. Amazing levels. Oil Ocean was a weird choice, but I'll let that slide.
Yeah. Good art direction.
Great art direction.
Great soundtrack and remixes. Oh. Probably out of all of the special stages for the quote unquote classic era, like if you're considering this a classic game, it was made today, so like it kind of has better capabilities, I guess. But like they did try to emulate like what a 32-bit system could do. But like the special stages, I think it's my favorite special stage from any of the classic games.
Yeah.
The UFO catcher.
Definitely. So good. I love this. Mania is great. It's so perfect.
Yeah.
It's the perfect length. It did what it needed to do. Great story. Great heart. Great references. Why did they have to cut Donkey? It was dumb.
Great backstory too. Like just the circumstance under the game that the game was created under. Like it was made by fans for fans, which is like just such a cool thing. Like the fact that like we can say that like one of our own made this game and it's like this well received, like it's insane.
Yeah.
And the fact that Sega took a chance and like let a fan make this game is just so incredible.
Yeah, definitely. But unfortunately this great positivity about a 2017 game is about to turn very negative because we have to talk about Sonic Forces, everybody's favorite Sonic game. This is bad. This is not a good game. It has zero heart.
It's a bad game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a D tier though. No. I think Sonic Forces is C tier.
It's C. It's even high
playable.
C.
It's playable. It's not glitchy. It like visually it's okay. I still think that Unleashed is the best looking Sonic game so far.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Dungeon. We were just screaming dungeon.
Straight to the dungeon.
Oh my god, I love you guys. But I agree. This isn't a good game. But it's not
I think that if you're looking at it objectively, I think most of the hate comes from our expectations after Sonic Generations.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally S tier game. Like one of like arguably the best Sonic game to come out. And they're gonna make a game in that same style. And when you go from something that good to Sonic Forces, you're going to feel betrayed and backstabbed. Like you're going to be hurt.
One second.
And
okay, it's saved. Good. There you go.
oh,
I was about to
of course,
say.
of course, this would happen during Sonic Forces.
It's Sonic Forces did this. It's Sonic Forces' fault. There we go. It's all good. We're back.
Trying to undermine us.
But yeah, go on.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just despise this game because, like, of our expectations from Mania.
Yeah.
People will say it's the worst Sonic game, but it's not the worst one.
It's not the worst. It's objectively, it's the definition of a C game. It's mediocre. There was no heart in it. There was no soul. They played it too safe. There's no story. There's no character development. Stupid ideas. Horrible concepts. Uninspired levels. The levels are too short. The pacing of them and the splitting up of them. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Generations
but the game
had the
is
perfect...
cohesive, though. It's cohesive and it works. So, like, that's kind of the best part of it. That's, like, one of the only, like, exceptionally well things it does is that it's, like, it's a game.
Yeah. I'm feeling that we put it in C, but we put it, like... between 4-1 and Rivals? Are you feeling that or no? Are you feeling lower?
I would put it somewhere around that area. I would put it maybe a little bit lower.
Mm-hmm.
I would put it in between, maybe like one lower, like in between Rivals and 3D Blast.
All right, yeah, that's good.
So I think, like, if I'm thinking about it, like, I would rather play Forces than 3D Blast.
Mm-hmm. Would you guys...
3D Blast is kind of, like,
a
mess.
Would you guys rather play Tails Sky Patrol or Sonic Labyrinth over Sonic... Like, one level of Sonic Forces? Come on, let's be honest, alright? There's some decent stuff in here. Decent stuff, so... But yeah, that's what, like... We don't like Forces, but we gotta be objective here, alright? I know, it hurts right now, but maybe the game will grow on us a little bit. I doubt it. It's still really bad. I don't think we'll ever really like it that much, but... Let's put it right there.
I see people joking all the time, like, "Oh man, Sonic tubers in 10 years, they're gonna praise this game and say how, like, it was just misunderstood." Yeah. I don't see that happening though. Like, this game is just kind of, like, objectively mediocre.
Yeah. Let's see. Next up, like, I think we have our last game.
Is it Team Sonic Racing?
Team Sonic Racing. What do you think about it, Showmix? Sonic Racing. It's
a good game. Like all the other ones, like, it's good. The online died immediately.
I don't think it ever even started.
There's, like, basically no support for it, which is something that it really needed.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's definitely that disappointment factor.
Yeah.
I would say, like, it's somewhere around, like, C to B tier.
Yeah. I'm not feeling C. I don't think it's, like, down there. It's a B game. It's the definition of B. It's like, it just passed, you know? It didn't just pass. It's like, it passed, but it did a little more, but it didn't get all the way to an A. It just, like, it played it very safe. I don't think they needed to play it safe. I think they could have let Sumo Digital go all out and do whatever they wanted with it. It did not need to play it as safe as they did. And I know Sonic is in a weird state, but Sumo Digital knows what the hell they're doing. And they did a great job in the last two. And they could have made this the best Sonic racing game and one of the best kart racers ever. They weren't able to. Everybody's saying B. This is a B game for sure. Solid soundtrack-ish. The levels are Sonic levels. There's a lot of reused stuff from past Sonic racing games. But I'm feeling it's a little bit better than the first racing one.
Better than the first one? Maybe, like, would you say it's, like, around Sonic CD tier?
Yeah, I
like,
put it
above or behind.
I put it above. Just a little bit above. Just a little bit. But with that is our completed tier list.
Beautiful.
There we go. I think that's it. As we can see, We have a lot of S's. Let's go through all of them, and maybe we'll make adjustments. Maybe we won't. At our S, we have, of course, Sonic Free Riders. Come on.
Yeah, it's the best one.
Sonic Adventure 1. Generations, Mania 3. I think all of those belong up there. Then you got Sonic Adventure 2 and A, Rush, Sonic 2, Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed, Sonic Advance, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Riders, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic Rush Adventure, Sonic R, and Sonic Advance 3.
Yep.
I think those are all pretty fair. Neither of us have played Sonic Chaos, if you're wondering. That might be why you don't see it up there, unfortunately.
Is that the only one that we didn't include?
Yeah, it's the only one we didn't include in there.
Yeah, I would probably say it's, if I had to guess, like my gut feeling, I would say it's probably like C tier somewhere, like around the other Game Gear games.
Yeah, probably like right next to Triple Trouble or the Sonic 1 and 2 Game Gear.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it's hard. None of us have played it, so
yeah. But over here in B, we got Heroes, Sonic 1, Sonic Advance 2, Team Sonic Racing, Sonic CD, Sonic the Fighter, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, Sonic Pocket Adventure, Sonic Colors, Sonic 06, Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic Rider Zero Gravity, Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, and Sonic Rivals 2. Then in C, we got Sonic Lost World, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic 4 Episode 1 and 2, Sonic Rivals, Sonic 4, Sonic 3D Blast, Knuckles Chaotix, Sonic and the Secret Rings, Sonic Boom, Shattered Crystal, Sonic Shuffle, Sonic Triple Trouble, Sonic Pinball Party, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Sonic 1 and 2 on the Master System / Game Gear. Then at the very bottom is Sonic Boom Rise Lyric, which I know a lot of you guys wanted in D. It's not just there. And then in D, you have Chronicles, Drift 2, Spinball, Tails Adventure and Sky Patrol, Sonic Blast, and last but not least, Sonic Labyrinth. And there you have it. That is our Sonic tier list. Do you think there's anything else that we need to, any changes you think we should make, any rearranging, or do you think we got it?
I see a lot of people saying where's Sonic Battle, and we addressed it towards the beginning, so like if you just tuned in, we forgot to put it on. Ricardo hasn't played it. I have. I would say Sonic Battle is probably like low B or high C somewhere. Like it's kind of repetitive, and it's a little bit basic in terms of like a fighting game. It's not like really a fighting game. It's more of a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
It's got like some pretty good music. It has a fantastic art style. And like I guess like for the Game Boy Advance, it had pretty good graphics. Like the environments are all 3D, and it reused the Sonic Advance sprites and like added on top of them for like all the different moves. It's a pretty neat game. I would put it like probably high C. I would put it above Lost World, like maybe like number 1 in the C rank.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case you guys are wondering, just so we can say it's a complete list. We don't have the icon, but just imagine it being the first one.
Imagine it. It's right there. But with that, that's our tier list. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in. Thank you to everybody who has donated and stuck around. This is a great turnout. A lot of people showed up for this. This was awesome. I want to do more stuff like this in the future. More interactive content like this. Not just playing a video game. Just having some fun. Tier lists, these are fun. Thank you to everybody who's donated. You guys are awesome. Really helps out the channel. Helps support me and like what I'm gonna do and like do this full time for you guys. And I'm gonna be moving, so that's gonna cost a lot of money. So, yeah, and paying bills. It's gonna be fun. But thanks to all you guys. I'm gonna be in a better position. So yeah, thank you to everybody who's donated. Thank you, most of all, Chalmix for showing up, doing this.
Thanks for having me on. This was really fun.
Yeah, this is great. Definitely want to do more stuff with Chalmix. I did a collab on his channel a bit ago. We talked about some Sonic Forces villains. And we'll try to get him on here at some point and do a video and talk about some stuff, maybe some Sonic Adventure related content, because I don't talk about that series as much as I'd like to. And there's a lot of really cool stuff in the works, a lot of really cool plans in the future. Once I graduate high school, things are going to be crazy. I'm going to be traveling, going to be seeing a lot of parts of this place. Hope to meet a lot of you guys, and I have some pretty cool stuff planned. And Iceberg will be coming out Friday. I can confirm that. Finally, I know, right?
Let's go, dude. I'm pumped for that.
It's so long. It's an hour and a half. It's so.
Oh my gosh.
It's so long, but you know what? It's finally coming. It came out at the time it was supposed to come out. So, thank you all so much for watching. I love all of you, so much. You guys are great. Thank you all for coming out, and I will catch you guys in the next one.